What it is, focus your homeboy first. Back again with another episode of The Realest. Most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. You are a part of history. This episode is historic because this indeed is the first live episode of The Realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. Okay. I know some have wondered why I don't do lives. Why I first don't do live, man. We want to be able to chat it up. I get it. I'm a control freak, y'all. I am a control freak. When you do these lives and stuff like that, it's a lot of variables that are not in your control. You feel me? If something go on with the internet, y'all know I am a family man. If my mama need me, my wife need me, my children need me, anything like that, it'll fuck up my show, to myself. All that kind of stuff is why I don't do lives, okay? But this is a new year, and I want to kick it off with one. For all the real ones been holding me down, want to throw y'all some that y'all been wanting. But most importantly, my wife and my daughter. My wife and my daughter wanted me to go ahead and do a live, okay? And so for my little boo thing and for my baby girl, I have capitulated. All right. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. Okay. So I need y'all to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and put all your people on it. Put it in them Facebook groups and group chats that y'all got with your partners and everything like that. Okay. Because again, episode 186. I'll put it on some ears, historic. All right. So I'll give y'all a rundown on what we're going to do because really, this is going to be a little different than most lives you might see because y'all are witnessing a live taping. Because what I'm going to do, I'm still going to put these out, put my segments out. Okay. That's something I stole from Vlad of Vlad TV. Some of y'all might watch Vlad interviews and stuff like that. That's how he more than quadruples. That's how he multiplies his money by taking long form stuff and doing the work. Well, he probably has a staff to do his work, but I have to go chop all this stuff up individually. Okay, so I have 8 segments for y'all. I have 8 topics for y'all. Now, if I just do the live, okay, I'm gonna get the watch time off of it, but I'm just gonna get that one view from you. You feel me? But if I chop up that content into 8 parts, I'm still gonna get the same watch time, but I'm gonna get 8 views for the price of 1. You feel me? So y'all are finna witness a live taping. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm gonna put everything there. Some stuff might be redundant because I might have to I'm gonna have to introduce each segment and everything like that. So when I put it out, after I edit all the segments and everything like that, it'll still be my regular high quality stuff. You feel me? But this is what we got on deck for today. Of course, I'm going to be reacting to Jackson State's women knocking off all corn. I'm going to be reacting to Jackson State men knocking off all corn. Y'all know I'm going to talk about the Katt Williams interview that got the culture in a chokehold right now. So I'm going to talk about that. Talk about this Epstein stuff, y'all. Okay. Other than the Katt Williams stuff, that's what's been on my timeline. So I'm gonna touch on that. I got some real shit to say. Okay. I'm gonna touch on some comments that were made by Cameron about Africa and Africans not fucking with us. I'm gonna do a comparison of Deion Sanders and Willie Simmons and how they entered and how they left the SWAC. Okay. I'm going to answer my critics. Okay. I'm going to answer my critics. So I appreciate all of you real ones who have been battling these idiots on my behalf. You feel me? Okay. Y'all know I don't read comments. I only read the comments of the realest ones, the channel members. Okay. But some people who love me say that some of y'all have been defending me, and I appreciate you for that. Well, I'm going to be defending myself today. You feel me? And lastly, for my shout out, that's going to go to none other than Zoe Phillips. Okay. I know a lot of y'all real ones have already donated to the brother, but I want to make sure I do my part to encourage you and others to do the same. Okay, please keep that king and his family and your prayers. You feel me? But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, because the ladies of the illustrious Jackson State University, as I said previously, did knock off Alcorn by a score of 74-46. Okay, a dominant showing by the dynasty. All right. So, I've been waiting on this. All right. We live. So I get to do something with y'all that I've never done before. And that is strike up the mother fucking band. Let go. Woo! Yes. Shout out to the Boom. Shout out to the Boom. I met so many real ones today. You know what I'm talking about? And saw some other real ones that I've met already. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all y'all. Okay. I thought about that right then because I met a real one and his son, and he said his son was a member of the Boom. You feel me? And I felt a little starstruck because I really feel some type of way about the Boom, man. Really do. Like when you meet a member of the Boom, it's like you're meeting one of them athletes. You feel me? That played for us. You know what I'm talking about? They really like that. You feel me? Shout out to the Boom. You feel me? But before I get into the game for real, I want to shout out one of the real ones. I met this queen, took a picture with her. You know what the queen told me? She said, we got our ass in here. Remember last week I told y'all, take your ass to the game? And that queen told me, we got our ass in here. You ain't lying, queen. We were in there. Shout out to all the real ones. We showed up. Now, it wasn't packed, so we still got a packed D-vet. You feel me? But we had a nice size crowd. I was very proud of us. You feel me? I really was. So shout out to all the real ones who came through and supported Jackson State hoops. You feel me? But let's get into some of the stuff from the game. Let's look at what the biggest stories were from the game. First of all, I would say our defense was the biggest story overall in terms of us having this successful victory, 74-46. Okay. Offensively, we didn't shoot well. Okay. We only shot 34.5% from the field. Okay. That's not good. As a team, you want to shoot around 50% from the field. Okay. Maybe mid 40s. Okay. But 34.5%, that's not good. But goddamn it, you can damn near win by 30 when you hold your opponent to 27.6% from the field. That is getting it done defensively. Okay. So on a day when the only young ladies that we had really shoot well for real were Tilly. Tilly shot 6 for 9, 4 for 6 from the trait ball. Whoo! Wet. Okay. Miss Mahoney was 3 or 4. That's 75%. That's damn good. Okay. Angel was 4 of 9. Less than 50%. You want your bigs to be over 50%, but I'll take that. She gave me a double-double, baby. She gave me 10 and 12. And don't forget the 3 blocks. I think it was 3 blocks. Okay. Don't forget that. You know what she do. She's the anchor of that defense. Okay. So shout out to that queen. And also we had Ms. Walker. She was 1 or 2. That's 50%. Okay. But as a whole, 34.5%, we did not shoot well. But when you can defend, y'all, you're going to always be in games. And if you make the right plays, if you make timely plays offensively, you're going to win games. Especially when we can, y'all know our bug with our ladies has been the turnover bug. We know that, okay? I know a lot of y'all have been talking about the turnover bug, okay? Rightly so. Rightly so, okay? However, today we only had 11 turnovers. So you play that kind of defense and you don't hurt yourself, okay? You don't hurt yourself as much. You know, getting a 28 piece. Well done. Lemon pepper. You feel me? Let me get a lemonade with that as well. That's how it goes. Okay. Now, the other big story is Daphne's injury. Okay. I know we got 6'6" and Angel Jackson, but we got that 6'5" and Daphne White. And she went down hard, y'all. Seemed like they were letting them play a little bit. Both games, they were kind of letting them play. Okay. I don't know about them refs. I was yelling up there, they need to check the refs transcript. I think they got some Alcorn hours on their transcripts. Yeah. Okay. But this was a play where it seemed like they were letting them play for real, for real. And she went down with what seemed to be a knee injury. I'm not sure, maybe y'all real ones know. If you do, you know what I'm talking about. That the other real ones. No, I know she did come back out. Seemed like it had a big brace on and she was on crutches. Okay. I was trying to watch and see what she was saying to folks. Was she giving her head nod like I'm gonna be all right or something like that? I don't know. I hope going forward she's all right. You know, we are the dynasty. We have been the juggernaut, but we need that girl. We need that size, you know, to do what we want to do, which is to get some straightening. Okay. We won another regular season title last year. True indeed. And I've told y'all before, I respect regular season titles more than tournament titles. You know, if you're a good team, you can get hot and win the tournament. The great teams are going to win the regular season title. Okay. They are. So we won another regular season title. But unfortunately for our conference, they don't be looking at us like that to give us no an at-large bid to the tournament. Okay. So if you don't win that tournament championship, you don't get to go to the tournament. And we damn sure deserved that last year. But hey, Southern with that goddamn running 3-pointer, Lord. A floater from the 3-point line. With that runner, they got us. Okay. So we definitely need Daphne when we get into swag, deep into swag play and on into the swag tournament. So I hope that this is maybe a strain, you know, something like that. Maybe something that, you know, maybe she can just take some time off, get some ice put on that thing, get some treatment, let it heal, and maybe wear a brace the rest of the year, and you know, still be able to come out there and ball with her girls, man. This injury bug is hitting our both of basketball programs pretty badly. But that was the other big story. I couldn't leave that out, even though it was kind of deflating. But again, prayers up for that queen. All right. But to finish out the rundown on the scoring for y'all, my girl Maya Crump had 13, 2 of 5 shooting from the tray ball. I told you Ms. Mahoney already. I told you about Tilly already. Ken Focus Shauna had 2 points, 5 boards, 2 dimes. I apologize. Maya also contributed 6 boards and 3 dimes. Okay. I told you about Layla's points, but she also contributed 2 boards, 1 assist. Miss Breland got in the books with a bucket. And I told y'all about, no, I didn't tell you about this queen. Miss Avent. Miss Avent had 14. Now, if you just look at her field goals, it was 3 of 9. Okay, that's 33%. That's not good. But most of her shot attempts came from tray ball. Okay, so she gave me 3 of 7. And I'll take that, Jack. I'll take that. That's 43% from the tray ball. If we can get some consistent three-point shooting, hold on, let me back up. If we can consistently keep these turnovers down first. Let's not move off that. We got to keep these turnovers down first, okay? But if we can consistently keep our turnovers down, but then get some consistent outside shooting, okay? Consistent outside shooting. Again, look at what I told you Tilly did from tray ball. 4 of 6. That's amazing. That's 67%, okay? You got her doing that, and you bring one more person to the party. See, if you got one shooter, a defense can shade to that area and still try to defend the paint, okay? We can do that. As coaches, we can scheme that up. But goddamn, if you got 2 shooters, I got to shoot on this wing, I got to shoot on that wing, and I got a girl like Dabney White and Angel Jackson down there, shit. It's going to be tough then. It's going to be tough. You can't defend everything. Something going to be open. You feel me? So I'm hoping we can get that kind of shooting consistently. It ain't always got to be from Miss Avent, okay? It has to be consistent from Tilly. Not 4 of 6 maybe, but Tilly got to be a bucket. We know that, okay? Coming into the season, being what she's picked to be, the preseason awards and how everybody looking at her, okay? She got to do her every night. But somebody else got to come to that party from the guard position or the wing position and give us something from that perimeter, okay, to go with what these bigs can do down low for us, but especially to go with our defense. And then order will be restored in this way. Order will be restored in this way, okay? So again, I shout out all y'all for doing what you said you were going to do. Y'all were on Twitter. Y'all were saying pack the vet. Okay? Y'all was saying we need to show up. And God damn it, you did that. I'm still calling on them youngins, though. The OGs were deep. OGs were deep. I'm still calling on the youngins like my youngin. I don't think my youngin Shelby Brooks was up in there. I'm gonna have to get on him after I get our work. You feel me? But we still need y'all youngins to bring your ass to the game. Okay? Because there are some good things going on in the AAC. Put it on some. The men of Jackson State University also defeated the heated rival, them Alcorn Braves. We got our lick back times 2. Told y'all basketball can do it for you. I told y'all that. Football gonna do it for us next year too. Okay. I told y'all basketball can get it done. Okay. I was hoping that the boys won by like 12 or something like that. Because then with the girls winning by, I think what they were 28. You know what I'm talking about? I was gonna add this shit up and say Jack State by 40. I was gonna add it up, boy, and I was gonna talk me some shit. But that's all right. That's all right. We got a chance next time. Okay. Score changed a little bit in garbage time. Okay. But yes, the men did win by a score of 88-80. Okay. So we're gonna talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and put all your people on it. Also, fuck with our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection. That is the King McNeil Collection. They are number one, y'all, when it comes to sorority gear, fraternity gear. I can vouch for them. All right. One of my dear friends is one of the owners. You feel me? He is a great man. A great man. Okay. So it's a black-owned business, and they travel around the country selling their product, but they also have a marvelous website and a marvelous app. So you can go to the kingmcneil.com, or you can download the app. And if you purchase on the app, you'll get 20% off your first purchase, that is. Okay. So fuck with the King McNeil Collection. Tell them first sent you. All right. But let's get into this. Like I told y'all, okay, yes, this is the first live taping of Put It On Some. Okay, so I'm still gonna put these out in segments. All right. So therefore, I still gotta go back and give the boys or the young men the same majestic celebration. Okay, because yeah, because the boom is majestic now. The boom is royalty. Okay, so I got to give them the men's basketball team the same celebration that I gave the ladies. And so I don't think y'all mind. Do you mind? Huh? Do you mind if we once more strike up the mother fucking band? Let go. Again, I say, shout out to the legendary Sonic Boom of the South. Okay. But let's get into it, y'all. Y'all see what I got down there in the banner. I called it a dog fight. It was, okay. Y'all know this is a rivalry game. And I know football is king. I get it. But these basketball players, they treat this game seriously as well. They do. I interviewed Zeke Cook. If you missed that interview, go back and watch that, okay? Zeke talked about it. He said this shit. It ain't nothing like that swag. Because I tried to get him to pick between his high school rivalry. Okay, you know, he went to Starkville. And I want to say Starkville and Columbus is like the rivalry up there. I hope I'm not mistaken with that. Okay. So I was trying to get him to pick between his high school rivalry and, you know, his college rivalry with Alcorn. He said, that high school one, it was lit. Gym used to be packed, but he said ain't nothing like that swag. And if you watch the game, it was chippy. Okay. It was physical. As I said about the women, they seem to be letting them play. Okay. Uh, but at the end of the day, it's like Coach Mo said, two dogs, one bone. Two dogs, one bone. And goddamn it, we got that bone today. We did do that. Okay. Part of the reason it was such a dogfight, y'all, is because it seemed like Alcorn knew all our goddamn plays. I was telling my wife up there, I'm like, they calling out all of our plays. Now, one of our plays versus a man-to-man, we got this little weave action. We basically, if y'all pay attention from now on, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. We like hand the ball off like 3 times, and then finally we get the ball to either like Chase or Ken, and we let them operate off a screen roll. You know what I'm saying? They were calling that shit out, but they were calling everything else out too. I'm talking about they were calling out our baseline out of bounds plays, you name it, they were calling it out. Okay, so they had done their homework. Okay, but it says something about a team when your opponent knows all your plays, and this is conference play. These guys get paid too. The coaching staff gets paid. Okay, and I know you would think if you're coaching college basketball, you should know ball. You should know how to break down film. So both teams should know each other's plays. You feel me? But if someone of your opponent know what you gonna do and they can't goddamn stop it. When you know what I'm gonna do, and you can't do shit about it. That says a lot about your team. We put up 8 points, y'all. And I'm telling you, they were calling out every damn thing. If y'all at the game, you saw that coaching staff up on the, here you go, zero finna dive. Watch the screen, ball screen, watch the flare. He coming here, he going there, weave. That's all they were hollering, man. They knew everything we were gonna do. But still, I say, Coach Young was still able to get him 26 points. That's why I need you at, Colton. That's why I need you at. Yes. Okay, I don't need you in no low 30s and 20s from no tray ball. No, Colton. You gave me 6 of 14. Okay? 6 of 14. Now, look, y'all, to get up 14 3-pointers in a game, my God, I wish I could. Oh, Lord. I was born a decade too early. Lord. 6 out of 14 at 43%, baby. That's wet. Parents out there, if your child is going into the game and can make 43% of their threes, you got something on your hands. Okay, not in practice. If they can do that in the game, you got some on your hand. That's what Colton did today. But Colton didn't just do that. Okay, he made 6 threes, but he had 9 field goals. Okay, and I know at least a couple of those other field goals were spectacular. Because Colton also has some athleticism. And he's a little stocky cat. You feel me? So I want to see the whole package, okay? And he gave me a little bit of everything today. And that's how you got 26 points out of him on 6 of 14 for 3, 9 of 18 overall. Have you a night, young man, okay? We got another great performance out of Mr. O'Neal. 9 of 11. He putting up Shaq field goal percentages and shit, and he ain't got Shaq body. This young man just knows how to play around the basket. Some folks just know how to play. You ever play with somebody like that? They just know how to play. Mr. O'Neal knows how to play. 9 of 11. Hell, he even gave me a tray ball today. All right, so he had 19 points, 6 boards. All right, let me back up. Colton also gave me 4 boards and 3 dimes. Okay, they don't want to shortchange that king. Okay, to round out things, Chase gave me 14 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists. Let me tell y'all that again. Chase Adams gave me 8 boards. Let me see what they got Chase listed as. Okay. Because then I'm gonna tell y'all what it looked like Chase is. They got Chase listed as 5'8". Now, I've never been close up on Chase yet, okay? But from the stands, and when you watch him on TV, Chase looked like he 5'5" around this motherfucker. And we gonna talk about Katt Williams soon here, okay? You know, Katt Williams say he 5'5", 145, and he got a 92-6 record against a 20-year-old. You feel me? He must got a little Chase Adams in him. Chase a bad man. Shout out to Chase. I'm gonna give him what they say here. They say he 5'8", and he going to get me 8 boards. That's some dog type of shit. That's being a dog. I like it. Okay. And y'all know he got the ball on the string. He damn near. Now, he had a couple highlight plays on some dimes, but he damn near had one where he sauced the motherfucker in transition. My God. He took that ball from left hand and threw it around his back, came through. Woo, I thought you about to sauce that motherfucker, boy. Boy, you got to make them kind. Got to make them kind, okay? But I'll take what he gave me. 14 points, 8 boards, 8 assists for the young king. Only on 4 of 10 shooting, okay? But again, overall, great performance by our floor general, okay? Mr. Evans had 15, okay? Ken wasn't efficient today. He was 5 of 14, okay? But Ken played 40 minutes, man. Him and Chase. And our boys having to log these heavy minutes, man, meaning they got to be in shape, meaning our staff is on them and doing right by them. Meaning these kids are treating their bodies right, too, okay? Because Ken was out there 40 minutes. Chase was out there 40 minutes. Culture was out there 37 minutes. Okay, Zeke was out there 32 minutes. J.O. was out there 30 minutes. We ain't deep right now. We got Mr. Mansell hurt. I think it was reported he's not coming back, y'all. I told y'all, man, it's like, woo! Injury bug, boy. That to go with Mr. Ruffin. It's tough. But these young men playing like some dogs, okay? So Ken in his 40 minutes gave us 15 points on 5 of 14 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3. Gave me 8 boards. I got 16 boards from my guards, y'all. 16. And I'm just talking about Chase and Ken. If I throw Coulter in there, I got 20 boards from my guards. You feel me? We gang rebounding. You got a gang rebound. And we left some boards on the table too. Now, it was a couple of times because Alcorn had some bigs down there that were being physical. I was just saying, God damn, them big boys, giving me hell a little bit. This kid that had 17 and 10 on us, Mr. Kendall for Alcorn, for instance. Okay. But overall, we gang rebounded, and that's what we got to do. Can't rely on one man, especially when you're undersized and undermanned. Okay. And y'all know when I say stuff like that, I got to bring it back to my dog, Mr. Zeke Cook. Okay. 6 points, 8 boards. Undersized in terms of his frame for basketball. Ain't nothing undersized about this man hard. I have never watched that young man play, and he ain't gave me what the fuck is inside of him. I'm proud of him. You feel me? To round things out, Mr. Johnson, out the bench gave us 8 and 2 boards. Okay. And Mr. Cornelius, he did hit the flow for us in 3 minutes, but he was not able to connect on his field goal attempts. Okay. So overall, like I said, it was a dogfight. We were up by more than what the final score indicates. Okay. In garbage time, we kind of bagged off Alcorn. Rightly so. They played to the end. And it seems like, some cultural things. You teach your guys to play to the end. So if you're going to tell them to play to the end, you got to coach to the end. You feel me? So I get that. Undoubtedly. So we clearly could have won this game by double digits, is what I'm saying. Okay. So it was a great win for the illustrious Jackson State University, for both our men and women. I know it doesn't feel the same as the football loss. No, this this doesn't feel as good as the football loss hurt. I understand. A lot of shit is talked leading up to that all year long. A lot of shit is talked afterwards all year long until we play again and everything like that. Okay. But I keep telling y'all, let's keep investing. Let's in our basketball program. Let's keep supporting our basketball programs. Okay. We've seen improvements, not only on the court, we've seen improvements to the venue. Okay. If you were at the game, you notice that the new video table is dope. That shit dope as fuck. Okay. The courtside tables are dope as fuck. Now, the next step, and we got to keep supporting, you got to get your season tickets. Okay. You got to keep showing up. Okay. The next step is we got to goddamn get another concession stand. We just got to do that shit. Okay. We got to do that shit. That's part of the reason why I didn't see as much of the women's game as I would like, because I had to go get some food for my little boo thing and my kids. I had them with me today, you know. So, goddamn, I was in concession a long goddamn time. Now, it was good because I met a lot of real ones, okay? You know, including, and I want to make sure I shout them out, including TD, Toronto Day. First time meeting that king, okay? That king has been a blessing to me, okay? He's been a blessing to me, all right? So I'm glad I was able to meet him. I think I got me a new OG too, y'all. I met Mr. Kevin Wilbert. All right. That king gave me some real shit. All right. He told me, and he texted me this too after the fact. He said, remember, it's not who's right, it's what's right. Some real ass shit. Some real shit. And he said, and the truth will cut like a knife. You feel me? That's real shit. That's real shit. So I was so glad to meet all the real ones that I encountered throughout the building and also at the concession stand. But goddamn it, we got to do something about that. I can't be in no motherfucking concession stand line for 30, 45 minutes. Okay. So that's the next step. So, but the only way we gonna get what we want is if we fuck the Mississippi State Legislature. Fuck them. They historically don't fuck with us. They don't like us. Fuck them. Okay. We got this. We got this. So we can still get what we want by keep doing what we doing. And showing up, packing the AAC. All right. Put it on something.
Beats by Dozier.
If it wasn't for you, I would've sold dope. Very attracted to that lifestyle. My hometown is called Cracktown. As you would think, it's quite wild. If I jumped wrong and I rolled out, you ain't give a shit, you come find me. I was mad as hell when you did that. I was blind then, but now I see that was real shit. If it was 3 in the morning, you'd hit the stove. I was real sick. To get some medicine, you were heavy, sent real shit. These are more than just words. You did it all on your own. What you had more than just courage. But now the tables have turned, and now I gotta take care of you. You always worrying about me, but now I find myself scared for you. I'm doing the best that I can, trying to be a real man. When I wrote the shit, I was crying. But y'all gotta understand that all I had was my mama, and my mama sick. I said all I had was my mama, and my mama sick. I said all I had was my mama, and my mama sick. When I was born, I should've been warned that I was gonna deal with this. I said all I had was my mama, and my mama sick. I said all I had was my mama, and my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should have been warned that I was gonna deal with this. My grandfather got killed before you got a chance to know him. Folks don't know how that hurts you because you never really show him. You had no man, you got no siblings. My grandmama, she gone. The only real cousin you had died, so I know you feeling alone. Both of my sisters much older. It was just us in that house. But no matter how I looked out for you, I couldn't take the place of your spouse. So when I got married and I moved out, I know it hurt you straight to your soul. You thinking even your baby boy left you all alone to grow old. But now the tables have turned. I told you I'ma take care of you no matter what I got going on. I told you I'ma be there for you. I'm doing the best that I can, trying to be a real man. When I recorded this, I was crying. But y'all gotta understand that all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should have been warned that I was gonna deal with this. I said all I had was my mama. And my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. All I had was my mama. And my mama sick. When I was born, I should have been warned that I was gonna deal with this.
Adam, I love you too, baby. But you've always been something. You've always had big dreams. And you are accomplishing everything that you want to. It's not me, it's you. I'm very proud of you. Love you. Good night.
Y'all, whew, I feel how you feel about the Katt Williams interview. That was a lot. I put out a reel that said that interview was the comedian's version of Tupac on the end of Hit 'Em Up. Like, that's what that shit reminded me of. Okay? That reminded me of Tupac at the end of Hit 'Em Up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you are too young to argue music with me. That's what that means. Okay? That means you are too young to be arguing about music with me if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? The OGs know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's a lot to digest. And y'all know I do the work for y'all. I do the work, okay? So I went through that whole thing, every single second of it. Took notes on that thing. So I can provide you with the realest breakdown of the Katt Williams interview that you're going to find anywhere on the internet, okay? But before I provide you with that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and put all your people on it, because I have not heard anybody give y'all the complete perspective that I'm about to give y'all on the interview, okay? I have it broken down into 3 parts, y'all. Okay. Whew. We're going to start with the part that I label like real, like the real shit that I took from the interview. Okay. Try to get real shit, y'all, from where anything you listen to, whatever the source, try to get some real shit from it. You understand? And I love Katt Williams. Katt Williams is my favorite comedian of this generation. He's in my top 5 all time. He just is. He just is. Okay. He's been hilarious to me since not only seeing him in Friday After Next, but he came down to Southern Miss while I was down there and performed live for us. And he was shit. He was like, yeah, no. He was his shit. Okay. And like I said, I got him in my top 5 all time. Eddie Murphy is the man for me. Between his movies and his stand-up. Go watch Raw and Delirious if you haven't seen those. He the one for me. Red Fox, between the show, what he did for me in Harlem Nights, and what I found from Red Fox's stand-up on YouTube. My God. All right. That motherfucker serious. Okay. Go check out him and long live him. Bernie Mac, y'all. Bernie Mac. And it's a reason why folks don't really talk about Bernie Mac like that. That man was truth. He was the truth, y'all. Some of y'all youngins out there need to go watch some Bernie. All right. Especially that one where he came out there and told you, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Sometimes it be like that. You got to tell folks that you ain't scared of. Bernie Mac had to come out there and let them folks know. Okay. I never liked that one joke from him where he was acting like the special needs dude or something on the bus or something like that. I ain't like that one, even before I had a child with autism. But outside of that, Bernie is incredible. Richard Pryor, I think most folk gonna fuck with Richard Pryor. And then I got Katt Williams. Okay. But for this breakdown, I'm gonna try to take that out. Chappelle, bad motherfucker as well. Bad motherfucker as well. For some reason, Chappelle then kind of, I don't know. Chappelle on one lately. I don't know what that is. I gotta watch his special. Okay, I ain't get enough time to finish. It was so much stuff coming out about this Katt Williams stuff that I couldn't keep up with that for y'all. I was trying to I watched the full Katt thing, and I tried to go watch and see what Ricky Smiley said. Then I tried to go peep at what Steve Harvey said, then see what Ice Cube said. It was so much with that. I wanted to watch a new Dave Chappelle joint to comment on that for y'all. I'm gonna have to say that for like episode 187, I guess. Okay. But I said all that to say I'm gonna try to take my bias out, my like for Katt Williams, try to take that out of this breakdown and just give y'all the real. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, number one, Katt Williams is competitive as a motherfucker. That man is competitive. Okay, and I think I ain't gonna say all. I'm not gonna say all successful people are competitive, but I would say many, if not most, are. Okay. Especially when you get to that high end of success, like whatever your field is. I ain't just talking about success in terms of dollars and cents. I'm talking about just, it could be in your workplace. Okay. Like the successful folks on that high end, it's just something about you, you know what I'm talking about, that you just want to be the best. You want to be better than the next motherfucker. And I don't like on shitting on them type of shit, but you putting in that work and you know, God is giving you a certain talent and you feel like shit, ain't nobody fucking with me. Katt Williams is that. He spoke some real shit about business being competitive. Don't think you finna hop out here and start your own business and be successful in that business and you don't want to compete. Fuck that. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. I told y'all before I used to be a teacher. And at one of the schools where I was, I did not just teach U.S. history, which is the subject area tested thing for social studies in these high schools. Okay. So in those classes, like a Mississippi studies, a world history, world geography, something like that, I got a chance to get outside the book and do some other things with the kids. One thing I did was called character education. And one of my character education things was to try to encourage my students to be more competitive. Okay, so I just brought in games and stuff, board games, card games, all kind of stuff, and just sat back and watched them motherfuckers. I wanted to see who was getting upset when they lost. Who just didn't give a fuck? It just was a game. I was peeping all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Really like a social experiment type thing. And then at the end, I told them my observations and gave them many examples of highly successful, very competitive people. Just trying to breed that in them because all of us have to compete to an extent. If you want a woman or a man, goddamn, you gotta compete with another motherfucker to get him or her. You do. Whatever house you want, somebody else saw that house listed as well, goddamn it. The job you want, somebody else applied for that motherfucker as well. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to compete. You understand? So that was some real shit that he said about being competitive. And I dig that. I dig that. Okay. Another real thing that I took from it is how he described himself as being pro-black, but non-racist. He said he's pro-black, but non-racist. I dig that. I totally dig that. That describes me. That describes me. One of the criticisms that's been levied against me is that I'm a racist. Me. That's one of the things I'm going to touch on, though, when I answer my critics later on in the show. Okay? But I am not a racist. I don't think that my people are naturally superior to anybody. I think God has given all people, all races, gifts. Okay? So I don't think that. But I am pro my people. And I just like I don't have any problem with Italian Americans being, celebrating themselves. The New York Giants had a Italian American boy who was starting for them for a hot second there. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Okay, that little hot second. Now he got benched again, but if a hot second he was starting there. And Italian Americans were going ham. I had no problem with that. I get that. They are pro-Italian American. Well, goddamn it, I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black. You feel me? And you're right, Sonny Boom C98. What up, King? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, a lot of fake pro-black people. You ain't lying. yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. There are. I'm not one of them motherfuckers, though. You understand? But that King is right. It's a lot of them. Okay. Now, there was one thing that he said in that same piece that I disagree with, where he talked about not giving in public. Okay. I understood his point. I truly understood his point. Because basically you want to give from the heart. Some people, especially in this social media era, you see these videos, doesn't pop up on my timeline for real. I think the algorithm starting to figure me out a little bit. It don't show me certain things. You feel me? But there are some videos out here on the internet where you got folks going out there just throwing money on homeless people or giving to homeless people or people in need. Not because it's from their heart, but it's because they feel they're better than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they trying to belittle them and shit like that. That's fuck shit. That's fuck shit. I'm totally against that. But I told y'all before, man, I think we do need to give publicly, because if we're going to flex publicly, shit, let's do some good publicly. And maybe people will try to copy that. You feel me? What up, Hardy? That's my dog right there. What's happening, dog? But let's move on to the next real thing I saw from him. This was some really real shit. His view on tithing. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? See, I don't know if people are clipping that part out. You know, people clipping out the messy part, and that's what's viral, and that's why the damn video last time I checked 15 million views, because of the mess. But what about this part? That man said his view on tithing is this: that if he comes to your city and you pay him $100,000 to come to your city, he takes 10 racks of that and go puts it in the hood somewhere. Ooh, that's hard right there. That's hard. And then now, since his interview has come out, you see a lot of folks coming out, a lot of fellow comedians and just folks across the entertainment spectrum and shit like that coming out saying, yeah, Katt did this for me. Katt did that for me. I looked up and I had money in my pocket. That's some real shit. Again, if that interview just featured shit like that, it wouldn't be at no damn. It's probably at 20 million now. It wouldn't have done the views because people like mess. But that right there was some real shit. Oh, we talking real shit. Let's move to his next one. Let's move to his next. That joker said some real shit about teachers in this country, teachers and this nation. Okay. Basically, he echoes something I've been saying all the time. I forget exactly what he said, but what I always say is, y'all say that your children are your treasure, but you don't want to pay the people who protect your children for 8 hours a day. Make that shit make sense. That don't make no sense. And that's basically what he was getting at. How y'all gonna say you value the children so much that the children are our future and we love our babies. I'll do anything for my children. And then the motherfuckers who are helping you to rear your children, the motherfuckers who are helping your little baby learn how to read and write and do their arithmetic and stuff like that, you don't think they should be compensated like doctors and lawyers and shit? That does not make sense. He's absolutely right about that. That clip ain't go viral though. I ain't seen it. There's more real shit. Got me thinking like a motherfucker with this, y'all. His opinion on Kanye. I told y'all I'm real enough to look myself in the mirror now. I am. His point basically was, okay, we saying Kanye has some mental health issues. If we're saying that, why are we expecting any other kind of behavior from him? Some real shit. I had to look at myself like, y'all know I'm highly critical of Kanye, but I'm also a mental health advocate. The last time I did one of these lives was during Suicide Prevention Month. Didn't have a lot of viewers. Okay. We were talking real shit. But I did it. I was committed to it because I did once upon a time I wanted to kill myself. Mr. Bear, who I call my hero, that man saved my life. By being here gave me purpose. You understand? So I'm a big time mental health advocate. God damn it, I got a degree in psychology. That was supposed to be my life, helping people out of those kind of situations. Y'all know I told y'all before, if I wouldn't have got attacked by the police, and that changed my life. Okay. You feel me? But when it comes to Kanye, I guess I've been so critical of him, knowing that, knowing that, because I was a fan of his, huge fan of his, knowing that when that man mama died, that shit fuck with him for real. As if I would fuck with anybody who really loves their mama. You know what I'm saying? I love my mama. I just played for y'all my hit song about my mama. That shit got 1.2 million views on Facebook because a lot of folks connect with that shit. But I'm a mama boy, proudly. Once I'm done here, I gotta go give my mama her shot, her insulin. So I can't imagine the mental anguish that I would be under if something happened to her, particularly if something happened to her the way it happened to Kanye's mama. You know what I'm saying? And then with idiots out here blaming him for it and somebody he sacrificed his mama. That's fucking crazy. But I guess one of the things that angers me is like, dog, you folks want to help you. You got the resources to get the help that you need. You could be the biggest mental health advocate in the world because of your platform. But it's like the hubris, which he had that. He had the ego before his mama passed away. It's like that shit won't let him get the help that he needs. You feel me? But it did make me think. Okay. But though that was the section of the real shit that I took from the interview. Okay. The next section, I simply call that smoke. Whew. He had smoke with a lot of folks, as y'all know. Of course, he had smoke with Ricky Smiley. Okay. Did y'all catch that? Hey, he slick got out on Shannon Sharp ass too, though. Okay. He got on Sharp for telling Ricky Smiley that he stole Friday after next. If you go watch the shit, Shannon Sharp like, man, you stole that. You stole that. Okay, we ain't competitive. He ain't like that shit. He told that man that. He went off about Smiley saying, y'all know that that Katt Williams was gonna be Santa Claus and that Smiley was gonna be Money Mike and shit. That led to the whole thing. He talked about a potential rape scene in Friday After Next. Now, Ice Cube has come out now and said that was never gonna be in Friday After Next. This is his opinion. I'm not saying who the fuck telling the truth, but somebody lying. Okay. Ice Cube said that was never in it. Okay, he said that's not my type of shit. I don't like to see no shit like that. Okay, I might leave it up to your imagination, but I'm not gonna put no shit like that on camera. Basically, that's what he was saying. And he went as far as to say, let me make sure I'm quoting or paraphrasing him correctly at least. He said something to the effect, if it was in there, then no actor would have made them change the script. I don't know that. That's from Ice Cube. You can figure out if you believe Cube or Katt on that one. Okay. He says Katt said that he made Ricky Smiley wear that dress in First Sunday, that it was in his goddamn contract. Now I watched Ricky Smiley's response. He said that I guess the producer or director, somebody, some big wig down with the damn movie, called and told him, well, I want you to do Bernie Jenkins in this movie, and that's how that happened. Again, you decide who the fuck you believe on that. Now this was too far. Again, this is me trying to, again, take my bias out of it. As a Katt Williams fan, take my bias out of it and just keep it 100. What he said about Ricky Smiley's son, that was too far. Okay, saying that the man's son died and then you get on here lying and this is why people believe in rituals, that's too fucking far, man. No, man. Ain't nothing else to say about that. But no, man, that was too much. I do know that when you get angry, and that's one of my flaws, when I get angry, I don't give a fuck about shit. And Katt was clearly angry, and maybe he got every right to be angry with all these folks that he got smoked with. I don't know, because I don't know any of these motherfuckers personally, which is one of my overall points that I'm gonna make here. We don't know any of these motherfuckers personally to really know who the fuck telling the truth and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but I do know that was below the belt. Okay. And lastly, when it comes to the Ricky Smiley stuff, and again, he said a lot about Ricky Smiley, but he got on him about the Lil Darryl joke, which I never liked the Lil Darryl thing, kind of like I never liked that joke from Bernie Mac. That's one of the things initially, at least, that threw me off about my son having autism. I'm like, damn, I never was that guy to laugh at any of that kind of shit. I never bullied nobody with special needs. I never laughed at any of those kind of things. And then here come my baby with this condition, you know. But as I told y'all before, you take your pain and make it purposeful. Take your test and turn it to a testimony, whatever you want to use. Okay. And of course, my son is a blessing to me, and I love him dearly. Somebody called my son a hero in the Black community. I think I took a damn screenshot of something when that person said that. It's somewhere in my phone. Okay. That shit choked me up. Said that my son is a hero in the Black community. That was touching. And he just being himself. You feel me? But it's about taking that pain and making it productive, okay? But other than Ricky Smiley, he got out on Tyler Perry. Said the Entertainer. You know, he claimed he stole his jokes. There's a lot of stuff floating out there about that. I don't know. Y'all go check that out and tell me what y'all think. Okay. I see Katt making a joke about that's similar to how Said ended his set at the end of Kings of Comedy. You know, he was talking about parking, I guess parallel parking the spaceship. I love the joke, by the way. It was one of my favorite jokes from the show, from that movie. But Katt does have a joke very similar. It's not about a spaceship though, but it is about a car and shit. But y'all check that out and see what y'all think about that. He said that everything that Said the Entertainer does has been canceled. Now, I know my mama watches something that he has, what, on CBS? What's that, child? The Neighborhood or some shit like that? I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't get to watch much stuff like that because I work so much. Usually if I'm watching something like background noise while I'm working and something like that, I would want to watch to enjoy, you know what I'm talking about? But my mama be watching that shit faithfully, whatever it is. I don't think it's been canceled, but I don't know. Y'all, is she watching reruns or something? I don't know. I just know my mom watches that. He got out on Steve Harvey, of course. Said the hell was fake, and I guess I did a reel about the Steve Harvey line. I think I called the Steve Harvey line historic. Okay, and somebody on Instagram was like, "Come on, man, everybody know that shit was fake." I didn't know that was fake when I was a kid. Somebody made the joke. Now, come on, dog. We were watching TV on them big ass TV with the boot on the back. Now, we had the thick TVs. Because this shit wasn't HD or nothing like that or 4K. So how the fuck I'm supposed to tell this man hair fake? I don't know. But it seemed like that was an open secret in Hollywood, I guess, because now it's coming out other comedians. Kevin Hart. I saw some on Twitter where he was making fun of Steve Harvey's hair and shit. So I don't know. Maybe so. He said Steve Harvey was never homeless. That shit stuck out to me because there is a legendary graduation speech that Steve Harvey made, okay? At Alabama State, I think. I think it was at Alabama State. If you haven't heard the speech or watched the speech, I bet a lot of y'all have. It's dope. It's real dope. I know about it because my wife for probably a month, 2 months straight. God damn it. That's how she went to sleep, listening to that speech. And in the speech, he talks about being homeless. So when Katt Williams said that, I just turned around and looked at my wife. I said, "Bae, all these motherfuckers just be lying." But I don't know. I don't know which one of these cat lying because shit. Katt Williams said he was homeless. He said he left home at 13 years old and went to Florida and was homeless and while he was homeless, he would go to the library 8 hours a day and then go steal radios out of cars the rest of the day to make $2,000 a day every day. I don't know. See, this wild shit being said on both sides. So I don't know who the fuck lying. And honestly, I don't give a damn. It does not impact my business whatsoever. He got out on Earthquake as well. But then later on, he said Earthquake was good. You feel me? So I don't know. Faison, he ain't got no love for Faison. Faison love. Okay. Shannon Sharpe tried to defend Faison, but that's when Katt Williams hit him with that line. That is gone uber viral, y'all. The line about Shannon Sharpe having an unnatural allegiance to losers. Oh, god damn. Folks are making memes of that shit. That shit everywhere. All right, so Katt ain't got no love for Faison. Diddy. Everybody got a Diddy story right now. Right when we finally getting some money off of Diddy, and then when I say we, I'm talking about my folks at Jackson University. Now all the Diddy stories coming out. TD Jakes, he called a straight up in this motherfucker. Kevin Hart, he called him a plant, y'all, an industry plant. Implied that Kevin Hart tries to avoid him. He said he's never under the influence of anything, okay? Oh, shout out, King. Appreciate you. Alabama. Got a lot of family over there in Alabama. Shout out, King. All right. Katt says he's never under the influence of anything. I'm quoting him here. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like. And I'm relentless. Okay. I think he want to straight up fight this motherfucker. Okay. I think D-Boy want to get down for a welterweight title. Okay. Set it up, 50 Cent. Set it up. No, bullshit. I don't want to see them boys fight. I don't want to see them fight. I'm just being facetious right there. What I do want 50 Cent to set up, though, or somebody of his ilk, set up a damn pay-per-view special and let all these comments get on there and get it in. I'll pay $100 to watch. If we can get all these folks, these heavy hitters, give me Katt, give me Sid, give me Steve, give me Kevin, okay? Give me Faison. You name it. Give them all a microphone and let them get down. God has given them the gift to be funny. So I don't need them to go on podcasts and be screaming and shouting, and then this person reacting to what Katt said, and they going on the radio. Man, get on the stage and let it be funny. Let's go. I want to see. Let's see the battle royale and see who funny. Like I was talking to my brother Ray 6 Leo about this. I was like, bro, you remember in the 80s, and I only know this from doing my heavyweight research, okay? But when I was doing my Mike Tyson research, I saw that in the 80s, they had like a tournament or something to figure out who the heavyweight champ was, okay? Shit, set this shit up. And there it go. Winner get most of the royalties to the shit. I don't know. Y'all can set it up contractually. But man, they make so much money. They'd make so much money off this. I would love to see it. Okay. Because I don't want to see these guys. You know, it's like he's implying that if him and Kevin Hart were in the same space together, they're gonna get in his hand. And I don't want to get that coming on my feed. I don't want that. I don't need that. These ain't boxers. These are comics. Let's get in these jokes. Okay. And let's see who can do that. All right. Now, in the midst of that, he did say when it comes to basketball, okay, this is Katt talking, that he's 92-6 versus a 20-year-old. Okay. Now, Shannon Sharp clearly started to, think some of this was cap right there, but he ain't just push at him. I think Shannon Sharp didn't want Katt to get on his motherfucking ass. Okay. But he did do little slick shit. If y'all caught it, he did little slick shit like he asked him about him lifting weights. You feel me? Because if he up here talking about all this, how he's a physical specimen and shit like that, Shannon Sharp, big old ass, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting there like, come on, man, what you doing? But he ain't want to go there with Katt. You know what I'm talking about? But it does seem like Katt saying all that shit like him and Kevin Hart like neck and neck right there. Like he might really want some smoke with him. I don't know. He claims that Hart got like 5 roles that were like sitting on his desk. So Katt saying these roles came to me first, but they wanted me to do some gay shit. I wouldn't do it. Kevin would. That's why he got the roles. Okay. And then, how social media do it. The motherfucking social media investigators. God damn, you folks got a company or something? You need a company. You need to be getting some money off the research I'll be doing. God damn. Or shit, come work for mine. Okay? I can't pay you yet. Okay, but if you put in the work, once we where we want to be, goddamn it, you can get in. I'll give you some an ownership stake. I'll give you a minority ownership stake. I ain't got no problem with that. If you help me ascend to the heights where I want to go to. Because there been some folks putting in some work. There have been some babies not being fed. There have been some wives not being tended to by their mates because they've been researching this shit, Jack. They've been on it. And I'm talking about not people in this business. It's my job to do this, okay? But it's some folks that just out here for the free. I want to go find all the gay parts Kevin Hart done did because I'm rolling with my boy Katt. And they've been putting that shit out there too, Jack. It's some shit out there. God damn. He got out on Guy Torrey. Got out on Gary Owen. I don't know. Was that a shot at Gary Owen or was it not? I don't know. Gary Owen don't even fucking know. I saw him tweet out like, I don't know, was he dissing me or what? All right, but I do think Gary Owen came out and said something in support of Katt. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch that though. All right. Got out on Harvey Weinstein. This man alleged that Harvey Weinstein tried to suck his dick. Now he said suck his penis on the thing, but we knew what he was talking about. Okay. Harvey Weinstein was a nasty boy. That was a nasty boy. Ugly motherfucker too, but a nasty boy. Okay. Ari Spears caught one. Wanda Smith was brought back up. Now, not Wanda Sykes, y'all. Let's not get that confused. Shannon Sharp got that confused initially. Wanda Smith, the woman who he went off on in that radio interview, okay? And he read her. But I misremembered that shit. So I'm glad I went back and watched it because from my memory, I thought that woman came for Katt and Katt read her motherfucking ass, okay? But then my wife didn't know what Shannon and Katt were referring to. So I paused the interview, pulled that old shit up, and watched it again. And I had forgotten that Katt really went off about Tiffany Haddish motherfucking ass. And basically was trying to say that girls trip part wasn't her talent, it was the writing, and that anybody really could have done that. Short story of it. And it seemed like Wanda Smith maybe tried to defend Tiffany Haddish. And then from then on and later on in the shit, it was just a rap. And she's a comedian. Yeah, and some people like Shannon Sharp say, oh, she's a woman, you got to handle her with kid glove. Shannon Sharp might got his ass in trouble with saying that kind of shit. You work for Disney. Can't be saying no sexist shit and work for Disney. At least not in the past. I know they got Pat McAfee over there now, and he be bringing Aaron Rodgers on, and Aaron Rodgers done accused Jimmy Kimmel of being on the Epstein list and be on there spewing his anti-vax shit. I don't know what's going on ESPN and Disney. Disney owns ESPN. I don't know. But Shannon Sharp, you better be careful because you ain't Pat McAfee, brother. Okay, you don't got the complexion for the connection for the protection. So you need to be careful. But Wanda Smith is a comedian. So in that moment, it ain't like her and Katt getting physical. It's her brain and her mouth versus his brain and his mouth, and he whooped her ass. But where Katt clearly lied in the interview, was when he said he was not trying to offend big black women. Okay, something to that effect. He wasn't trying to offend black women. But he clearly, when he went off on Wanda Smith, talked about that woman's cholesterol and her blood pressure and her shopping at Lane Bryant, which I didn't know what the fuck that was till my wife told me. You feel me? So I don't know. There are those moments in here, y'all, where you can say, okay, yeah, clearly Katt lying about that shit. So you got some real shit mixed in with some stuff that's just, clearly bullshit. All right. Michael Blackson caught it. He's responded since. Chris Tucker, he was accused of being connected with Epstein. We'll talk more about Epstein later on, y'all. Jonathan Majors caught it. I forgot this when I mentioned Diddy. Katt said he turned down $50 million 4 times, okay? And he said in the midst of that, he was like, you got to tell Diddy no, because Diddy want a part and shit, okay? He talked about Martin. Said that Martin was the first one to try to put him in a dress. Let's talk about this dress shit, y'all. See, like this shit is such a big thing online, and I totally get it. As a person who studies history as a scholar, I get it. Because what America, to a large part, has tried to do throughout its history and its relationship with the black man is try to emasculate us. Think about it. Yeah, everybody knows about the N-word. Okay. But another diss to the black man was to not call you a man, it was to call you a boy. It was to call you a boy. Okay. So America has a history of trying to emasculate us. One of the things they would do to you, besides just putting you in a tree, is castrate you. You feel me? So I get it. I get why our community is hypersensitive to when white America tries to do shit like that with this dress thing. Okay. Two things I would add. Okay. And there's a compilation out there online that shows Hollywood also doing that to white comics. Now, again, the difference is white America as a whole, from a government standpoint, from a whole societal standpoint, hasn't tried to emasculate the white man the way they have the black man. Okay. So, yes, they do it to white comics and white actors as a whole, white male actors as a whole. They've been in it as well. I think most notably people think about Mrs. Doubtfire, for instance, with Robin Williams. But again, there's a compilation with a lot of folks. Okay. But it's there. It does happen for them too. Okay. But here's my point with the dress thing. If you don't want to be in a movie because these motherfuckers trying to make you put on a dress, I get that, because I wouldn't do the shit either. Y'all keep supporting me like y'all do. You keep showing me love like you do, and I keep rising up this motherfucker. And somebody come to me and want to put me in a movie, but I gotta act like I'm a woman in the movie. I'm not getting the role. I'm just not doing it. That's outside of my brand. Okay, that's outside of my brand. And my daughter say all the time, "Daddy, you can imitate black women real good." Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I imitate my wife, I imitate my mama, I imitate my former students and shit like that. Okay. But I ain't putting on a motherfucking dress, no makeup to do it. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Not gonna do that. But some other shit I'm not gonna do either. That some of our folks, some of our greats are too comfortable with doing this shit. So the putting on a dress is a line that they won't cross, but they'll get their ass on these records and lie to us about all these crimes that they committed. Many of them knowing goddamn well you weren't in these streets doing none of that shit. That ain't your life story. You just fucking saying that shit to sell some records, and you got these kids out here trying to emulate that motherfucking shit. You get on these records talking about all these hoes you pimping and all this shit, and how you'll smack this bitch up and do this to that bitch and do it to that hoe and all that kind of shit. You saying all that filth on the fucking record, and then you going home to your wife. You feel me? Or you wouldn't dare want nobody doing your daughter like that or doing your mama like that. So if we got if the dress gonna be a line for black Hollywood and black entertainers as a whole, goddamn, let's make some of this other bullshit a line too. Let's stop saying some of this dumbass shit on these records. Okay, let's stop portraying some of this dumbass shit in our media as a whole. Can we stop that too then? Let's get some other lines to go with the dress thing. You feel me? Let's not just stop. It seems like the gay shit is what get on some of these cats. And I get that you're a heterosexual male that don't want to play a gay person in something. Cool. But why you feel comfortable getting on these songs talking about killing all us? That you would kill me if I stepped on your shoe in the club. You feel comfortable saying that shit? Let's have that line too. Let's just add some other shit that we say we are not gonna do as black men as well. That's all I want. Okay, but I digress. He also got out on Tory Lanez to an extent. He basically said, if you won't say she shot her, then you shot her, and moved on. Kept it simple. Called Kim Kardashian a whore. Now, I haven't gone that far before. I have said before that, to me, my opinion, it was wild of Kanye West to marry the sister when it seems like the lady, along with Ray J and her own mama, put this damn sex tape out like that. Like they try to act like the shit, oh, it just got leaked and everything like that. But from Ray J opinion and from what it, seem like most people have said shit. You motherfuckers built an empire off, put it out there that you sucking this man dick on tape like that. And Kanye, and which is cool. Look, I'm not against sex workers, people who are in that industry, or in the adult film industry who haven't been forced into it. That's just what you like to do. Fine, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm talking about? But Kanye, you sit up here and you want to act like you this certain way about that stuff. That's filth. That's all that. But then you married somebody who everybody can Google doing that shit. That was my stance on it. You feel me? And then especially the with the mama. If Ray J's telling the truth about the mama being involved in that shit, did y'all see that? Ray J was like, there was 2 versions and the mama picked out which version for us to put out. That shit's true. God, we need somebody to do a deep dive on that, do some investigating on that. Because if that shit is true, that woman's a fucking monster. Real talk. Okay. Moving on though. He got out on Ludacris. Ludacris has responded. But the way he got on Ludacris, I didn't like how he said it. What he said was feasible. How he said it leads to some bullshit. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. He said that him and Ludacris, Katt said this, that he and Ludacris were at an Illuminati meeting, and basically they tried to get one of the two to cut their sideburns or basically clean up their image or something like that. Katt said he wouldn't do it, Luda would, and that's how he got all these movies and shit like that. Now, the reason I don't like how he said that, while thinking that might be plausible, is this. When people hear Illuminati, and I know this from working with children, when children hear Illuminati, them kids be thinking blood sacrifice, and it was a dark room, and people had torches and shit like that. And Ludacris and Katt Williams were summoned into the room, and they walked in. And the man said, "Will you sacrifice your mother for this movie?" And Katt Williams said, "No, I ain't sacrificing my mama, motherfucker." And he walked out, and Luda said, "I will make the sacrifice." And that's how Luda got the movie. See, that's what kids be thinking. I'm telling you, I know this because I have worked with children. I have. And them kids, I'm in one of my track boards. We were down there at practice. And that man like, "Well, I don't never want to be rich like Jay-Z. Jay-Z had to sacrifice Aaliyah to get rich." And I'm like, "What the fuck? We out here in poverty, and you talking about you don't want to get no money because of some bullshit you didn't seen on YouTube. Stop it. Yeah. The Illuminati, the secret society that run the world. We know who run the world. The rich folks. Go look at the Forbes list. See who all got the real money. I ain't talking about the athlete money. Don't go look up the Forbes rap list. Don't go look up the Forbes highest paid athlete list. Go look up the Forbes list. You see some folk on there. Yeah, you're going to see Elon Musk. You're going to see the motherfucker that own Amazon. You're going to see them on there, okay? You're going to see the Walton family. But then you're going to see a lot of folks. You're like, damn, who the fuck is it? They got hella money. You ever been watching the basketball game and you see all these folks sitting courtside right next to your favorite celebrity? You're like, damn, I don't even know that person. They sitting right next to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Yeah, because they got stupid money. If they woke up with Jay-Z and Beyonce money, they would say, "What the fuck happened to my money?" That's who running the world. So yeah, it's plausible that Katt Williams and Luda might have been somewhere with some Hollywood big wigs, some big time Hollywood producers and directors, and they were saying, if you want this role, Katt, we need you to kind of, do this and do that. And Katt was like, "Fuck that, I ain't doing that." That's plausible, but to sell it as this mystical shit, man, you gotta be careful with that. Because a lot of our people out here believe in that bullshit. I promise you, y'all. I know y'all, you might not believe me, but they are. These Trump supporters ain't the only one believe in some crazy shit. We got some folks in our own community that believe some wild shit. So I just didn't like the way Katt framed that. Okay. And then Brandon T. Jackson. Now, I don't know a lot about this brother. Y'all might know real ones. My brother reminded me that he said something about this cat, but he did have some words for him as well. Okay. But that was the smoke section. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I tried my best to be thorough. He had smoke with a lot of people in this one. Okay. But he did defend some people, y'all. So that's the thing. It ain't like Katt got smoke with the whole industry. There are people in the industry that he respects. You feel me? And outside the industry as well. In particular, Farrakhan. Okay. He said, this is him talking, said that Farrakhan calls him a son and that they're very close. Okay. He defended Ice Cube. Now, I told y'all Ice Cube has now come out and said that the part about the rape scene was not true. Okay. But Ice Cube didn't say that maliciously. I think he got love for Katt. And like I said, Katt got love for him. Ice Cube actually said that Katt was 100 with most of the stuff that he was saying. All right. Katt said that him and Prince were close friends. He said that his connection to Prince was through lyrics, women, and cars. Okay. Now, I asked my OG, my esteemed OG, my beloved OG, C. Lee McInnes about this. Okay. And the OG told me he has not watched the interview yet, but he will go check it out. You know, tonight. And if he gives me whatever he gives me on that, I will share with y'all. Right off the top of his brain, right off top, he was like, you know, Prince didn't even have him in the cars. Okay. And again, OG C. Lee McInnes is a Prince scholar now. So if you take it up with the OG, all right, Prince scholar. But I'll fill y'all in with any more of that when the OG give me some. He defended Mark Curry and alleged that Steve Harvey really stole Mark Curry's show. And I've seen Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I've seen the Steve Harvey show. I loved both. I did love both. What y'all think about the similarities between those shows? He defended or stood up for a lady called Melba Moore, said that they wanted to give him a Hollywood star, one of those Walk of Fame stars, but he pushed for this queen to get hers. Maybe some of my double OG, triple OG know about Melba Moore. I've never heard of her, but if that's what Katt did, that's some big shit. He bigged up Spike Lee, bigged up Taraji P. Henson, bigged up Nick Cannon. You know, he alleges basically that he's the one that made Wild 'N Out work, that Wild 'N Out wasn't working for real until he stepped in and really helped Nick with that. I don't really watch Wild 'N Out like that. Maybe y'all know more about that one. He bigged up a lot of these young comics that are online doing their thing. Bigged up Suge Knight, okay, D.L. Hughley. So it's not the whole Kings of Comedy that he got to smoke with. He got to smoke with Said and Steve Harvey. And of course, he bigged up Bernie Mac. Okay. I would love to hear what DL says about this. DL, I think, still has a radio show. DL also does a lot of Vlad interviews. I'm sure Vlad, who takes advantage of whatever the fuck going on in the culture, he gonna get on it. So I'm sure he gonna bring DL back on. Probably gonna bring Faison on. Probably gonna bring Ari Spears back on. He gonna cake up off of this shit. Okay. Just like somebody else is caking up off this shit. I'll tell you about that momentarily. Okay. Let's get to the last section. The last section, I called this section lies with some question marks. Question marks. Okay. Again, I told y'all this is my favorite comedian of this generation, but I try to be real with y'all here. Okay. Try to be real. The realest. Matter of fact. Hi, y'all. Some of this shit now we know goddamn well Katt lying. Either that or he was just trying to joke. I don't know. But the motherfucker claimed that he can run a 4-3 right now. Not could run. That motherfucker say he can run a 4-4-4-3 right now. He said he speaks Creole and reads French. Now that's plausible. That's plausible. I don't know. That 4-3 shit ain't plausible. Okay. I can't remember who said it. If he introduced this or Shannon introduced this. But they said he read 3,000 books a year from the ages 8 to 12, only nonfiction. Look at y'all. Look here now, y'all. If your ass gonna read 3,000 books in a year, that means you gotta read 8 books a damn day. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Now look again, he's a comic. Maybe he trying to be funny in that moment. Motherfucker was looking dead the fuck serious because they were trying to say he was a fucking genius. They said that he got into college at the age of 7. I don't know. It's been some shit come out. Some folks are saying it really was a charter school. I don't know. I hope he meant 3,000 pages. Even that's tough. Okay, maybe he meant 3,000 pages. They said 3,000 books. Okay, they said 3,000 books a year from ages 8 to 12. Only nonfiction. Okay, I'm just quoting. I don't know what he meant, but that's what the motherfucker said. Okay. And then also now remember he said when he was homeless, he said he would go to the library for 8 hours a motherfucking day. Okay, so maybe Katt is committed to his scholarship like that. I'm just, that's why I put lies question marks now. Okay. He said he left home by himself at 13. What's happening, Antonio? What up, dog? He said he left home by himself at 13 to be like Jesus. Okay. Moved from Ohio to Florida and alluded to his father being abusive. Okay. Now, was Katt married? That was a little moment right there where I didn't know how that shit was gonna go. Cause it seemed like Shannon Sharp didn't believe Katt's answer when he was like, "I've never been married." And then when Shannon kind of was like, "Come on, you really?" or whatever. Finally Katt was like, "Well, several women claim to be married to me, but once we get in court and all that kind of shit." Was he robbed? I don't know. Shannon thought that Katt had been robbed. Katt denied that. I know there's a video where Katt had got choked by some motherfucker, and I think some of these folks who are against Katt are bringing that back up now, and shit. Of course, the stuff with the drugs. Katt said he ain't gonna do nothing but cigarettes and weed. But of course, a lot of folks like, bro, we just saw you looking. What weed ain't do that to you. I don't know. Don't know Katt Williams personally. Okay. But he does say he was the first to have a weed roller. Okay. So there it is, y'all. The realest breakdown. I gave y'all the real shit from it, and I hope that's the main part that you take from it, y'all. I gave y'all the smoke. That's what everybody's paying attention to. That's the mess. That's what's so sexy. That's what got everybody talking. I gave you who he actually was defending. Okay. I gave you, even though this is my current favorite comedian, I did give you the shit that sounded like some bullshit, sounded like some lies. But my final thoughts are this. Don't focus on you, y'all. Encourage your youngest to focus on you. I know this shit is entertaining. Just like when rappers get the beef, when Hov and Nas were going at it, it was entertaining. When Tupac and Biggie were going at it, that shit turned deadly. Folks to this day still love to listen to Hit 'Em Up. And they still love to listen to Who Shot You. And I know Biggie even said that shit wasn't even about pop, but folks still listen to it as such. When Drake and Meek Mill were going at it, I can go down the line, okay? I get it. We love to watch battle rap shits, okay? Battle rappers are some of the most brilliant motherfuckers in the game. I get it. But some people in our community are investing way too much goddamn energy and picking sides right now between these comics and writing think pieces online about these motherfucking comics, dog. When we don't know them, dude, we don't know who these dudes, man. Because it seemed like just some shit between colleagues. It seemed like Katt Williams is at odds with some of his colleagues. Just like where I'm from, okay, I'm from Canton, okay? We got a big ass Nissan plant. And that big ass factory, there's some folks that don't like each other. In that big ass factory, there's some folks who feel like I didn't get the promotion, but you did because you just went over there and you sucking up to that supervisor. You kissing the supervisor ass. You had sex with the supervisor, okay? You sucked the supervisor's dick. That's how you did that shit. It's just some workplace beef, y'all. If you've been in the workplace, you've seen this. Okay. Again, I'm a former teacher and coach, and I've seen it. I wasn't in no workplace bullshit like that. I went to my class, I taught my kids, I changed my clothes, I went and coached my boys. That's what the fuck I did. Okay. But that shit go down everywhere, man. Workplace bullshit. So don't get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? I hope we get some good entertainment out of it. Hopefully, this situation help sharpen these brothers' skills. Get in the lab and give us some jokes. Okay, I don't want no violence to come from this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But two is this. One of the main things that Katt was talking about. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, King. I really do. One of the main things Katt was talking about is ownership. That he owns 100% of all his motherfucking specials. That he self-finances his specials and he puts other people on. That shit resonates, with me because that's what I do. Okay? I don't have no boss. I don't have a boss. Okay? I own IG Entertainment along with my brother Tim G. Jacob. We ain't got nobody standing next to us. We ain't got no cosign. We ain't got none of that shit. Okay. My company statement tees. Ain't nobody stood behind us with that shit. My consulting business. I partner with another company, but at the end of the day, I am my own boss. I don't do anything I don't want to do. I am a boss. Okay. I use YouTube for distribution to distribute my product to you. I use Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to distribute my product to you. But at the end of the day, I'm responsible for that. But guess what? When it comes to that damn interview, we saw Shannon Sharp on the screen. We saw Katt Williams on the screen. But Colin Cowherd is the owner of that company. Colin Cowherd is the owner of that company. Now, somebody might be saying, first, who in the hell is Colin Cowherd? I don't know nothing about no goddamn Colin Cowherd. I don't watch no Colin Cowherd. I saw my boy Shay Shay on that thing. I saw Unc on there, and I saw my boy Katt. And I know Shay Shay finna go to the bank off that interview. Well, goddamn it, so is he. Y'all see that look? Y'all see that V back there and that background behind him? I want you to go look back at that goddamn interview. And I want you to look in the top right-hand corner. You're going to see two logos. You're going to see DraftKings, which I think sponsors Club Shay Shay. Okay. And shit, we looking for sponsors too. That's business there. Basically, that's commercial. That's how we make money in the entertainment business. That businesses want to advertise on the shit that we put out for y'all because they know we have y'all attention. Okay. But I'm talking about the owner of the platform is that man right there. Colin Cowherd. Okay. So while we got these black men up here beefing, and these are OG black men. We got black men. I think my brother was telling me like, man, Kevin Hart seems like the youngest motherfucker in this beef. Steve Harvey, damn near to what? Social Security. All these folks, we got the old black men beefing and talking about who kissing ass And who's selling out to the white man? And that white man I just showed you is ultimately caking up off of it. Put it on some.
For anybody under the sound of my voice, I hope you feel this. First, only God knows what I was feeling. I tried to tell you, you wouldn't listen. Only God knows why I was scared. Asked you for comfort, you didn't care. Only God knows about my anxiety. I'm being judged by fucked up society. Only God knows I'm dealing with debts, deal with depression, dealing with death. Only God knows I watch my son suffer, and don't nobody understand except me and his mother. I called a friend, they ain't pick up, so how I'm gon' bend? Got this pistol saying do it, I bet they care then, but they probably won't though. And it's even more depressing, knowing they'll be faking in my funeral procession. I pour another glass, finna drink this whole filth. I don't give a shit about getting sick, cause only God knows I'm sick of the lies. I sit and cry, look to the skies. Only God knows you were too busy. I need to stop drinking, I'm getting dizzy. Only God knows I tried to help folk. A damn shame how they tried to blame me though. Only God knows, cause I don't have the answers. Fuck Alzheimer's, motherfuck cancer. Only God knows I really wanna live, but not like this. You don't know how it feel to have the weight of the world on your fucking shoulders. If you young, you'll get it when you're finally older. This life ain't fair, not one damn bit. I got all this talent, but I feel like shit. I'm completely alone. Where the fuck are my friends? My life is a movie that might as well end. Only God knows. To all the people out there dealing with mental strife, only God knows. I want you to know, shit, it's gonna be alright. Only God knows. See, I wrote this song to express my pain. Only God knows. It ain't a damn thing wrong with no tear stains. Only God knows you are not alone. Let me repeat that. Only God knows you are not alone. You see, only God next time knows. You need to put this shit on right here. Cry. Only God knows. Dry your eyes, then keep fighting. Only God knows. I love you. I don't even know you. Only God but knows. I know you. And I love you. First.
All right, that was Only God Knows by your homeboy First, produced by my dog, Doja. That song I played for your mama sick was also by the beat was by my dog, Doja. God bless him. He is a real one. He is one that will have equity in my company. For helping me, for believing in me. That man sends me beats, y'all. I ain't gotta pay him nothing. He just believe. And I appreciate him for that. I thank God for him. Just like I thank God for you. But let's get into this next segment, okay? Epstein, y'all. Jeffrey Epstein has been all on my timeline. Nearly as much as Katt Williams. He has. Okay. He's somebody who has fascinated liberals, fascinated conservatives. He's fascinated black people and white people. He's fascinated Democrats and Republicans, okay? And fascinated is probably the wrong word to use. He has repulsed us all. That's probably what I should say. He has repulsed us all. What up, boy? That's one of my youngest right there, y'all. How you spell what, boy? Text me. Text me, son. You got my... Why would you be on my live, come into my live when you got my phone number, boy? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. That's my young boy, Shelby Brooks. Okay, one of my beloved young boys, okay? The man was just at my house last week, and he getting in the doggone comment section on the damn live instead of just texting me. But I digress. But Epstein, okay? We got to talk about this man. We got to talk about this man because, see, I started to do a deep dive on this motherfucker because of all the shit that was on my timeline, okay? My producer, his name is not the Doja that you talking about. I ain't talking about no marijuana, son. I'm not talking about no marijuana, okay? His name is Dozier. We're not talking about no marijuana. That's the Doja that youngin' right there likes, okay? But that's a whole nother. That's a personal session between me and him, OG to the BG, okay? But I digress. Started to do a deep dive on this motherfucker Epstein, y'all, because the shit I was seeing on my timeline. I know Netflix got the documentary on him, but I had never watched it. You feel me? But I started to watch it, and I have some thoughts. Okay, but before I give y'all those thoughts, I must remind you that I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. As I've told you before, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to hit that button. Hit that share button and put all your people on it. Okay. Y'all see my message is clear right there in that banner. Protect your child from the Epsteins of the world. Plain and simple. From what I'm seeing in this documentary about this motherfucker, he's a monster. The woman that was helping him, the one that's in jail right now, is a monster. But just in the first episode of the shit that I'm watching, parents were involved in the first thing they talked about. Some parents let their child go out there with this motherfucker. In other situations in the first episode, it was like parents wasn't dropping them off per se, but parents were some fucked up ass parents, which led to their kids end up going over here. Like, this world is full of these motherfucking Epsteins, man. Oh yeah, first Hollywood full of them. No, not Hollywood just full of them. It's some Epsteins at your church, dog. Mm-hmm. There are some Epsteins at your child's school, dog. Mm-hmm. You got an Epstein at your job, dog. Mm-hmm. You got an Epstein in your family. I say you got an Epstein in your family. We don't want to talk about that, do we? Epstein a motherfucking monster. And the list dropping and all that kind of shit. And if there's somebody on this list, I don't give a fuck who they are, Democrat or Republican. I don't give a fuck if they are somebody with a hit record or somebody with a hit movie. I don't give a damn. If they were up there abusing children, lock them motherfuckers up. I don't care. Some people online thinking, oh, well, I'm seeing Democrats saying Donald Trump on the list, Donald Trump on the list. I'm seeing Republicans saying Bill Clinton on the list, Bill Clinton on the list. Motherfucker, We already know both of them boys some nasty boys. We already know this. That's documented. Well, Bill Clinton abused his power with Monica Lewinsky. You're not supposed to be doing that shit. You're not supposed to be getting your dick sucked by a subordinate like that. You know that in your workplace. That shit happened in your workplace. You can take your ass to HR like, hey man, what the fuck they doing over there? Let alone the White House. And then he lied on the oath about it and got away with it. I got no problem saying that. And I vote Democrat. I was a child when that happened. But like, then folks be like, acting like I shouldn't say that because I vote for the Democrats. Fuck that. Bill Clinton been a nasty boy. Donald Trump is a nasty boy. He's a nasty boy. Now I know some of his fans don't want to hear that. I saw some shit yesterday on Twitter, y'all. They talking about this. God chose this man to lead this country. God chose him. The God I believe he chose this motherfucker. What? That boy been a nasty boy. Been one. The man on tape talking about grabbing women by the pussy. He on tape. He on tape talking about if my daughter wasn't my daughter, I might be dating her. He been a nasty boy. But I'm telling you, you got some Epsteins right where you live, in your locale, in your little city. I don't give a fuck how big or small your city is. You got some Epsteins there. You do. And I challenge all the real ones to protect your treasures, protect your children. Do the best you can. Let me add that part in there. Because I constantly say, too, our children are not puppets, and we are not puppet masters. We can do our best to raise them. But when they leave our home at 18 or whenever, they out and about, you try to warn them against certain people in certain places. Sometimes they don't listen. Even when they're small children, they're not always under our supervision. You know what I'm saying? But you control what you can control. Control what you can control. And some of the stuff I've been seeing in that damn documentary about Epstein was a failure in some parents, which made their children susceptible to this monster. Same thing with the R. Kelly thing. I started watching that for cultural awareness. And that's before, I think that's before I had a show where I would talk about stuff like that. Y'all know, put it on something now, we talk about all things Black culture. Okay. But when that shit was on, I would just like to be culturally aware of stuff. It helps me in all of my businesses, whether I'm going to teach some children, do this right here. It helps me. Even writing a song to be culturally aware helps me. So I was like, let me watch this shit, see what everybody talking about, dog. And I couldn't make it through no surviving R. Kelly. I couldn't. Not because I believe R. Kelly didn't do it. I believe R. Kelly did that shit. I do. I do. Too many motherfucking allegations. All these folks ain't lying on you, dog. Okay. But the reason I couldn't get through the shit is because it seemed like all his accomplices were in the damn movie. All the folks that were helping them get the women were right there on the screen with me. And it was seeming like, hold on, why the fuck you out? You're an accomplice. You are an enabler. Why you on here not talking? What the fuck we doing? So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Epstein dead and gone. Yeah, that woman that was helping him, locked up. Yeah, R. Kelly, locked up. But no, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here still doing their thing. I've told you about what happened to me before. If you watch my live, I'm doing that month we were trying to prevent suicide. I kept it real and told y'all what happened to me. That was my first time saying that publicly and talking about it. They still out here. I've told you, have many loved ones who Epsteins tried to get hold to. I've had students in my career come to me about the Epsteins that they've had to fend off. They out here, dog. They out here. So I'm going to ask y'all to pray for me. Pray for me, y'all. I'm going to pray for you too. I'm going to pray for you right now. See, it don't take that long to pray for me. I simply said, God bless all the real ones and help them protect their treasure, their children. OG, what's up, OG? Hey, OG, you know you can come on if you like to. Oh, you doing something. Okay. Appreciate you, OG. But yeah, I ask God I ask God to protect y'all. Well, God to bless y'all and help you protect your treasure, which is your children. That's all you gotta do. Cause I got a son with autism, y'all. My son, he isn't nonverbal, but he's non-conversational. So it's a nightmare for me that somebody would touch my son inappropriately and he can't tell me. That's a nightmare that I have, y'all, sending them to school and shit. Not saying that any of his teachers have done anything like that. I'm just saying that's something that a lot of us in this community, the autism community, that we think about. I'm sure people across special needs community might think about. Now, if it wasn't for autism, I probably wouldn't worry about that as much. I say. As much. Because he's a big, strong boy and everything. But I told y'all what happened to me. Y'all go watch that. I don't feel like talking about that shit again on here. I was not raped, but I was sexually assaulted. Somebody touched me inappropriately. Okay. I'll leave it at that. So it can happen. I got a little girl. I got to worry about. She's brilliant. She's beautiful. But just because she's a girl and doesn't have as much muscle mass as a man, I got to be worried about the Epsteins of the world trying to take advantage of. So y'all pray for me. And I showed you, I just prayed for you. Okay? And let's do our best to protect our children from these monsters. Let's do our best to make sure that we are not that make sure that we are raising our children in an environment that is comforting to them, that they don't feel like they have to leave the home. Some of these folks in the documentary talking about they ran away from home because the parents were abusive and the parents beat the sibling to death in front of them and all kind of crazy shit. And see, we talking about the Epstein motherfucker, me and the mom sound like that some bitch. And the house was a monster too. Both of the parents, actually. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. That's why I keep saying again, don't do permanent things with temporary people. Don't do permanent things with temporary people. You feel me? If you don't want to have a child and take the responsibility with raising, protecting, feeding, clothing, instilling morals and all that kind of shit in a child, quit putting your raw dick in these women then. Quit letting these men put their raw dick off in you then. Because we need parents to be protectors. Because these Epsteins out here, dog. Fuck that list they talking about. It should be a list for your little city. The Jackson, Mississippi Epstein list. Who on that bitch? The Canton, Mississippi Epstein list. The Chicago, Illinois Epstein list. The Houston, Texas Epstein list. The Atlanta, Georgia list. The Miami list. The New York, the LA list. It's some Epsteins where you stay, dog. Protect your children from them motherfuckers. I wish you all of God's strength. I wish you all of the determination you need. I wish you all of the resources you need. The wisdom you need. The perseverance you need to get that done. Because raising children is a hell of an endeavor. But we got to do it. Otherwise, our children would be susceptible to monsters like this piece of shit and his cohorts, his colleagues, his ilk. Put it on some.
Let's go. I be on the block with the rocks off in my socks, trying to hustle up a knot. Fuck a motherfucking cop, cause I'm a G. Ain't nobody out here gon' fuck with me. I been on my own. I ain't got no fucking family. My mama on that shit. Papa in the penitentiary. He ain't getting out. They gave my papa a whole century. Think I see some him in me. That what my granny say. I don't wanna live this life, but I don't see no other way. When I was a little kid, I used to look up at the star. Thought I'd be the first man to make it up tomorrow. But I ain't had no help in school, so I gave up on my dream. And I just went to getting it with this a triple thing. But sometimes I sit and think what would've happened had I never gave it up. Had I never took the attitude that I don't give a fuck. Cause I really give a fuck if the truth is really told. And I'm not the only one. All the real G's know that I don't wanna be a gangster. No, I don't wanna be a gangster. Said I don't wanna be a gangster. No, I don't wanna be, but this the life I chose. Said I don't wanna be a gangster. I don't wanna be a gangster. Said I don't wanna be a gangster. Nah, I don't wanna be, but this the life I chose. I made this decision. I ain't had to go that route, even though my folk went around. I had somebody trying to help me out, but I ain't wanna take their help. I told them folk go fuck theyself. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'ma get this bread I'm gon' get. Dumbest shit I could've done. I was under 21. I ain't had no place to live. I'm supposed to pay some bill. I ain't had no damn degree. I ain't even had no GED. So I went to selling whatever I in these fucking streets. Whether it was crack or pills, I had to move. Ain't said too much weed, cause I came addicted to it. It was psychological, I tell you how the boy was feeling. Thought if I wasn't high, I couldn't make it through the living. Fucked around and had some children, told them I'll be there for you. Cause I didn't want them going through the shit I went through. But that's when it all happened, fucked around and went to jail. And now my kids living through the best I ain't had. But I don't wanna be a gangster. Said I don't wanna be a gangster. No, I don't wanna be a gangster. Said I don't wanna be, but this the life I chose. Said I don't wanna be a gangster. Said I don't wanna be a gangster. No, I don't wanna be a gangster. Said I don't wanna be, but this the life I chose. This is a story that plays out on 9th Street every day. But you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to let motherfuckers end up this way. See, all it takes is a little thought, a little perseverance, and the right decision making you dig me. See, we all got a motherfucking man up and help each other get this money, you understand that? First.
All right, y'all, that was Gangster by me. That's another one that's produced by my dog Doja. Okay, that's off my EP Real One. All this shit I'm playing for y'all, you can go stream all this. You feel me? A lot of this stuff. I know that. And Mama Sick. I put out before Put It On Some was even out here like that. You feel me? So I know a lot of that you have not heard before, but go check all that out. It's on all your major streaming platforms. You feel me? Well, let's get back into it. All right. Cameron, y'all know Cameron got a very popular show, sports show now. Okay. If you're OG, you know that Cameron was a very popular rapper from Harlem. Okay. But he had some comments on his show about Africa and whether he calls himself Black or African American and things like that I wanted to address with y'all real ones quickly. We're not going to spend too much time on this one because my thoughts on it are clear and they will be delivered in a very concise manner. Okay. But before I do that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy person. This is the realest, most entertaining sports show. Not sports show, excuse me. Show in the game. Put it on something. We talk about it all, y'all. Okay. But make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, hit that share button, put all of your people on it. Okay. So yes, on some part of the show, and I don't know what brought this up. I just saw the clip of it on social media. He says he doesn't like to be called an African American. He likes to be called a Black American. Okay, you can call yourself whatever the fuck you want to call you. I don't give a fuck about that. All right, our people have gone because we've been so fucked over and we've been called so much fuck shit in this country. It's like we can't settle in on one good thing. You feel me? Of course, we've been called the N-word. We've been called Negroes. We've been called colored. We've been called Afro-American. We've been called Black. We've been called African American. Yeah, all this shit, okay? Now, I might be leaving some out. So that ain't nothing new. His reasoning behind it is what I have a problem with and what I want to push back on for the people who are down with me, okay? His reasoning behind it, in part, was that Africans don't fuck with us. I see this on social media a lot. Africans don't fuck with us. Have I seen some people who are from Africa, like born in Africa, say some bullshit about us? Yes, I have. I went off on one on here before. Y'all remember I did a segment about Emmanuel Acho. You know, he's one of the hosts of that show Speak on FS1. And I think the motherfucker said something like he's better positioned or better conditioned. I'm paraphrasing. This is not me quoting him. He said something like he's better positioned, I guess, to have difficult conversations with Black people and white people because like he doesn't have that victim mentality thing, I guess, that Black people from America have because of slavery. I went off about that because, again, I actually fucking read. I study. I know the history. I know that shit. Yeah, my ancestors were enslaved over here. But goddamn, dog, and I think he's from Nigeria. Your ancestors got colonized like a motherfucker. So them Europeans came to your home. It was a home game for y'all, and y'all got fucked up. So that's why I was saying, like, he's saying some divisive shit and doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, so yes, I have seen that. Okay, as somebody just said, and I just saw My moderator, who is my wife's best friend. Shout out to her. I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not, okay? But I thank God for her and her friendship with my bride, for real. Okay, my little boo thing's birthday is coming up, and I hope my boo thing ain't watching this, but I got, some plans for them, to let them go out there and do their thing, funded by me. Okay, y'all, don't none of y'all tell my wife that now, okay? But she ain't gonna watch this. My wife, stop watching my shit because some of these fuck boys and these bras who I'm gonna address them momentarily. Okay, but I don't want to digress. Let me stay right here. Yes, you do have folks on both sides who say bullshit. Yeah. I've seen some of us, and y'all heard it too. You from the community. You've heard some of us. Some of us don't even know that Africa is a continent full of countries, full of diverse peoples with different languages and religious beliefs and all that kind of shit. There are a lot of us in America who have let white America condition us to think that Africa is just a place of butt naked ass broke people. When I was growing up, a diss was to call somebody an African booty scratcher. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yes, we have some people from Africa who say some dumbass shit about us, but we got some folk over here that say some dumbass shit about them too. And so I would ask them, don't judge me by the worst of us, and I won't judge you by the worst of yours. Because contrary to what Cameron talking about, he say Africans don't fuck with us. Africans fuck with me. Africans fuck with your homeboy first. Them records that I just played for you, all three of them. Mama Sick, Only God Knows, not Gangster. I didn't market Gangster over there. There was another record off a real one that I marketed over there called I Meant That. Go check that record out, okay? But pretty much all my records that when I drop a record, I market through Facebook, because Facebook, like, it has all this data on people because people just tell Facebook all their business. And what does Facebook do? Sell that shit to me so I can market my product to you. And they do it now, not just me personally. I'm saying that's what they do to businesses. They say, hey, if you want to reach a person like this, we know the people you want to reach. If you pay us, we'll send your product to them. And so part of my business strategy is when I put out a song, I market it to English-speaking African nations first, because they give a record from America, from a artist who's not on a major label, they'll give me a chance before my own people here will. Here in America, if your ass ain't already on a label and shit like that, or if you ain't got nobody shaking no ass and tits in the video, they ain't clicking on it. My brothers and sisters in Africa, them motherfuckers been giving me a chance first. So I send that bitch to Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. I know them three off top, but especially Nigeria and South Africa. I send that motherfucker over there first. That's what I did. Like when Mama said, I told you, got 1.2 million views on Facebook. I put money on that bitch to go to them first. Likes, loves. On Facebook, you can do like or love. Comments, sharing it, inboxing me. They done told me they can't wait to meet me over there. We want to see you in the motherland. So how did this man tell us Africans don't fuck with us? I got proof otherwise. I'm talking about me personally. I have proof. You can go on Facebook and see for your goddamn self. You can look at the comment section on them songs. People from around the world showing that shit love. And they doing that shit for me. I know that he got some fans in Africa. That's why at the end he like, I got love for y'all Africans. So how can you say you got love for them and you know you got fans over there too? How you gonna say Africans don't fuck with us? Come on, man. Now you got governments over there that are actively trying to attract us back home. You can go look it up. You got some governments over there that are actively trying to get us to come back home to Africa. Now somebody say, well, that ain't my home. We talking about your ancestral home, okay? Yes, we were born in this bitch. Yes, we were born here, okay? But that's what's so fucked up about the Black American existence, because this undoubtedly is our home, but it's like you playing an away game in this bitch. You feel me? Like, this a home game for us. Usually when you got a home game in sports, you know, the crowd is on your side. The crowd be against the black man and woman in this bitch unless you play sports for their team. Normally, when you got a home game, the referees, slick kind of cheat for you. Shit, we at home, and the referees, aka the government, be cheating against us, and we at home. That's why when them motherfucking governments be saying, hey, black man and woman, come over here, that should be sounding appealing to me like a motherfucker. It really does. It really does. Especially in times like these. I'm recording this shit on January 6th. This the 3rd anniversary of them bastards going up to that Capitol, breaking into the Congress, where they make the laws for the most powerful nation on earth. Them motherfuckers stormed that, trying to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power. All because a wannabe leader done sat up here and told him that these folks done lied about this election. They stole the election from him. And notice who he always saying stole it. He say places like Atlanta stole it, like Detroit stole it, like Philadelphia stole it. Who the fuck y'all think he blaming then? He's saying these cities, they got the black folks. You feel me? That's what he's saying. So yes, I am an American. And these some bitches ain't gonna tell me otherwise. They're not. Not when my father done shed blood for these motherfuckers as a Marine. Not when my uncle done shed blood for these motherfuckers in Vietnam. They ain't finna tell me this ain't my shit. They're not. But at the same time, I am not about to cut my ties mentally, my historical ties, my ancestral ties to Africa. Now, some bitch might be out there, man, well, you light skinned, you what ties there? First of all, that's the dumbest shit. I used to have to tell my students that. Say, y'all up in here arguing about who light skinned and who dark skinned. And I say, but remember the KKK walk up in here right now, they're going to say, look at all these niggas. One drop rule. Obama, my color. They call him a nigga. Malcolm X, my color. You saw what happened to him. The federal government sanctioned that shit. Dr. King was Wesley Snipes' color. You saw what happened. We gotta get out of this colorism bullshit now. But if I put a picture of my granddad up here, my maternal granddaddy, on this screen right now, I bet you my granddaddy pass y'all motherfuckers color check, excuse me. And I look like him. The nose and the lips that come from my granddad, there, Jack, Leroy Gibson, who unfortunately was murdered when my mom was just a baby. You understand? So don't hit me with that colorism bullshit. Like, you ain't got no ties to Africa. Fuck that. Don't forget those ties. Marcus Garvey told us about that. Please read the works of Marcus Garvey, y'all. Please read the autobiography of Malcolm X, y'all. They know what they're talking about why we need these alliances with our brothers and sisters, not only in Africa, but throughout the diaspora. We need these alliances. Cameron don't know nothing about that shit. But we need those brothers and sisters over there in Africa. We need those brothers and sisters in Haiti and in Jamaica and all the ones that's down there in South America. Shit, we need them alliances. Because we make up only 13% of this bitch. And we be talking about the racial wealth gap in this motherfucking life. So we outnumbered and we ain't got the money and we outgunned in this bitch despite how hard we say we are. So how the fuck we gonna win just by ourselves? The motherfuckers who subjugate us, they have alliances. Go look up NATO. Go look up the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. See how they work together. Look up them world wars. Look how they click up. Look at the UN Security Council. See who on it. You ain't gonna find no black nation on it. I'm talking about the permanent members. The permanent members now. It's 5. Ain't there one of them a black nation? So that's what we up against. So goddamn it, yeah, we got to click up. We can't be like, man, fuck y'all. I'm gonna fuck a whole continent. They don't fuck with us. That ain't bullshit. So don't listen to that. Cameron is entertaining on that show. When it comes to some real shit like that, that motherfucker just dead wrong. Put it on something. First,
me and Finette tryna run up a check.
When I said I love, I meant that shit. I meant that, but when I said fuck, I meant that shit. I meant that. Look, I was willing to die for you. Look that square in the eye for you. Been so mad that I cried for you. If I took a stand, I'd lie for you. But you ain't never feel the same, and now I had to come to terms with that. The energy that I'm giving off ain't the same energy I'm getting back, and I ain't never finna live with that. Too king to be undervalued. You can see all my words and my actions. Closed caption, treating me like I'm average, and I ain't never been lacking. Fake love to my face, real hate from your faction. Ignore that cause of passion, but sex can't solve everything. I really tried, but I see now that you'll never change. When I said I love, I meant that shit. I meant that, but when I said fuck, I meant that shit. I meant that. When I said I love, I meant that shit. I meant that, but when I said fuck, I meant that shit. I meant that. Look, you were supposed to be the homie. Never turn your back on me. I held you down in the clutch, and your ass still switched up. Even though I'm royalty, shit ain't no loyalty. I know plenty of people can relate to all the shit I'm talking in my poetry. You told the truth, but they lied on you. They were concerned, they were spying on you. They were down bad, you were blessed, and they don't even send you a text message. That's fucked up. You deserve better. You deserve a blessing. Fuck that, you deserve several. If they don't fuck with you, then fuck them all. Keep your circle small and stand tall. When I said I love, I meant that shit. I meant that, but when I said fuck, I meant that shit. I meant that. When I said I love, I meant that shit. I meant that, but when I said fuck, I meant that shit. I meant that. When I said I love, I meant that shit. I meant that, but when I said fuck, I meant that shit. I meant that. Look.
That was, I meant that. Also from Real One. That one has over 1 million views on Facebook as well, but I had to do that in a myriad of ways. Facebook was on some bullshit. They were pulling my shit down for all kind of crazy reasons, stuff like that. So I ended up having to put it out in all different kind of ways, even in a clean version. But put all together, it got over 1 million. And that's actually produced by one of my former students. So shout out to Thomas Snyder. He goes by used to go by Finesse King, but he goes by Finesse the producer right now. You feel me? I'm very proud of him. You feel me? But let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep it moving. Okay. Willie Simmons, Deion Sanders. This is not the segment where I address my critics, but I know without reading, I'm sharp enough to know what some of my critics probably have said. They probably have said, why aren't you criticizing Willie Simmons like you did Deion Sanders? That's easy. That shit ain't the same. I'm about to explain why. It's quite easy to explain why as well. Okay. But before I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, put all your people on it. Also, make sure you fuck with our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection. That is the King McNeil Collection for all of your needs in terms of gear for your fraternity or sorority, whatever it might be. Okay. If they're one of the Divine Nine, my brother got some for you. Okay. Go to go to kingmcneil.com or download the app. Your first purchase on the app will get you 20% off. Again, that's the King McNeil Collection. Tell them first sent you. All right. Y'all know I like to be thorough. Okay. We know since I last talked to y'all, Coach Willie Simmons has moved on to Duke University. He accepted the running backs coach position. I wish him well. Okay. And the last time I spoke to y'all in that segment, my point in that segment was, with that man's resume, that man should have been able to go goddamn get a Power 5 head coaching job. He's a damn good coach. He's done it all. He checked all the boxes, but because he doesn't have the complexion for the connection for the protection, he got to play the game, and I get it. Okay. But the way he entered FAMU particularly, not the SWAC, because he had other stops in the SWAC, okay? But the way he entered FAMU was different from how Prime entered FAMU. The 10 years there, at least on the surface level, seem to be different. Now, some of y'all real ones is down with the Rattlers. Okay, y'all can let us know otherwise if it's otherwise. Okay, y'all can let us know. And the way Willie exited was different. Okay, as the king right here, Darryl Smith is letting you know, Willie left the right way. I'm down with you, Willie. I went and watched. Willie Simmons' introductory press conference. Is still out there on YouTube. I went and rewatched Deion Sanders' introductory press conference. All right. I went and watched the interview Willie Simmons did with HBCU Game Day. Okay. And of course, we know how Prime left. Okay. So it's not the same. As Son of Boone C98 is saying, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. But let's look at it. Okay. Because sometimes you got to show folks. So let's look at it. This is what I heard, and you can go here yourself. It's on YouTube from when Willie Simmons first came to FAMU. Okay. He thanked God. Okay. Prime talked about God a lot as well. Willie Simmons thanks God. Okay. We ain't got no problem when your brothers being spiritual men, religious men. Okay. Willie Simmons is from Tallahassee, though. And so through that whole press conference, it came off that this motherfucker right here is of the community. Now, of course, Deion Sanders wasn't from Jacktown. And not saying that every coach got to be from Jackson or from Mississippi. I'm just showing y'all the differences. Willie Simmons' godmother is a rattler. So in his introductory speech, he talked about how his godmother was going to be able to see her godson coach the Rattlers. Okay. His wife is a rattler. And I want to say, and I left this part out of my note, I want to say he said she's like a 4th generation rattler or something like that. I don't know. So my real ones from FAMU, y'all, let the other real ones know about that. Okay. But he said his wife was a rattler or is a rattler. Okay. His grandmama sent 7 of her 9 kids to FAMU. Okay? He said his grandmama is the pillar of the family, the backbone of his family, and that she sent 7 of her 9 kids to FAMU. Why is that important? Because that frames that brother's mind differently about that institution. That brother got real ties to that institution. You know what I'm saying? And even with him moving on, his godmama's still a rattler. If he love his godmama, he ain't finna be dissing them motherfuckers like that, man. His wife's still a rattler. So it hit different. His grandmama, it hit different. In his introductory presser, he talked about his 7 F's, which is basically like he going every single day. There were principles that went with every day, and it started with an F. Okay, stuff like family and fast and shit like that. That's basically the gist of the presser. Let's move to Prime's presser. Okay, a lot of folks say, "Oh, who that? Kwame Brown." Kwame Brown say that the black folks, the white folks, got to roll out the red carpet for you. He right, we ain't roll out no goddamn red carpet for him. That motherfucker was blue. Shit. Or at least what I could see from the video, there was blue padding where they had the seats at. Okay. Whatever the case was, we brought that man in there like he was the king of Zamunda. Fuck these motherfuckers talking about we don't know how to treat folk, man. With the means that we had, we brought that man in that bitch like he was the king of Zamunda, King Jaffe Jofer. Okay. The boom was playing. They had a police escort. They drove the lack into the AAC. And then Prime said, I'm proud to stand before my people. Now, Willie was on some shit like, I'm home, because he's from Tallahassee. But Prime made it about race, my people. Folks say we trip. He said that he believed that God led him to JSU, not man, because man didn't believe he was coming. And then he went into his believe speech, okay? And that shit was magnificent. Because I told y'all before, Muhammad Ali sits over here by himself as the most charismatic athlete of all time. Some of these folks capping. Some of these folks were not there if they say it's Prime. Muhammad Ali is over here by himself. But then you Prime right there in that discussion. So his I believe speech was amazing. But outside of football, he said some shit. He said he believed that they were going to increase enrollment. He said that shit. He said, I believe crime can cease. He said that. That was not shit that we said. I watched Willie's introductory press conference. He didn't say shit about ending the crime in Tallahassee, Florida. And don't think shit sweet over there. I know folks try to act like Mississippi. Y'all motherfuckers. My brother Kiki, he loved the drill music out of Florida. Okay, that boy there be listening to some different shit. Okay, it's some crazy shit going on over there in Florida. There's some young kids that they going to grave sites and recording songs over their ops grave sites and shit. There's some shit going on over there. Will ain't say the football team was gonna solve that. This motherfucker Prime was like, I believe crime can cease. This shit on YouTube, go watch it. He pledged to help the other programs. He pledged to help the other programs through recruiting and whatever else. Okay. But then motherfuckers want to lose their mind and complain about money going to other programs, which is that's what the fuck happens with all these damn schools. Football funds these other non-revenue sports. Shador and Travis and Shiloh and all them boys out there are paying for the soccer team and the volleyball team in them. And that's why they deserve every goddamn dime that them boosters give them. They deserve it all. They need to be more careful with how they secure their chains and shit, but they deserve that money because they are increasing enrollment and paying for scholarships for all them other motherfucking athletes that people don't go watch. That ain't just a Jackson State thing. That's every motherfucking well. You know what I'm saying? So like what the fuck we talking about then? He called Jackson the best kept secret. Okay. Now, of course, at the time that seems flattering. Okay. Seems flattering. You understand? But I'm just saying, in comparison to Willie, Tallahassee wasn't no secret to him. FAMU wasn't no secret to him because he's from Tallahassee. You feel me? So the way they came in was different. Off top, you had a man who was of that community. Maybe he didn't go to FAMU, but I'm telling you, the man wife did. Godmother, he said his godmother, biggest Rattler fan he know. His grandmama sent 7 of her 9 children there. And he from Tallahassee. Whereas Prime didn't have those ties. But we were hoping, based on his rhetoric, that he was going to create those lifelong ties. Okay? Let's compare the exits. Let's compare the exits. Okay? In Willie's, I guess you could say, exit interview with HBCU Game Day, he talked about he and his wife praying about his decision. Okay? So that's comparable to Prime. He admitted his goal is to be a Power 5 head coach, though. Just be 100. He admitted his goal is to be a Power 5 head coach. That's why he's leaving. He thinks this move can help him achieve that. He said he's not leaving because of lack of resources, APR, or anything else. He's leaving because he wants to be a Power 5 head coach one day. He knows this head coach at Duke. He thinks that maybe if I go be a position coach there, keep doing what I'm doing, maybe I can rise up and get there. That's just logical. That makes sense. Whereas when Prime Lee, who got the same ambition, who wanted the same exact thing, he wanted to be a Power 5 head coach. But with him leaving, it had to be the crime. It had to be we done stole this motherfucker's money. It had to be that folks were threatening him and Shador and Shiloh, and it had to be that him and the administration didn't get along. That we didn't cut him in on the ticket sales. Like, come on, man. Let me say you something else. Are you right, Sonny Boone? Would have been so much more accepting. We would have championed who? These folks around the country acting like they were some Colorado fans. We would have fucked with them. We would have fucked with them. Motherfucker like me, I fuck with Dawn Staley. She don't coach at no HBCU. She in South Carolina. We just talked about South Carolina last week. That's the first state to secede from the Union over slavery. But she a real one, though. We get it. You understand? We used to fuck with John Thompson at Georgetown. We get it. But not with this bullshit. Them FAMU folks, they finna fuck with Willie. And I get it. You know what? Because Willie said he gonna be a booster. Willie told them folks to go ahead and send him the info, what I need to do to continue to support financially. Oh, I'm finna go be making this money, but I'm still gonna give. Man, that's real shit. When that man first came here, when Prime first came to Jackson, that's what I thought the plan was gonna be. He gonna stay 2 or 3 years. We gonna fucking win. He gonna go to the Power 5, but then he gonna still show love to us because we gave him his shot first. You know what I'm talking about? So he gonna throw us licks and help us with the business deals for real still, because he plugged in with the folks that got the money. And you know what I'm talking about? This shit gonna be glorious. But then his rhetoric got us thinking, oh no, fuck. He don't even want to do that shit no more. Them folks shunned him. And he said George, the shit with George Floyd made him feel like I need to jump in here and don't just talk about it, be about it. And this is bigger than just me. And we got to get back to bringing our folks back here. He said all them things. Go watch the first 60 minutes interview when the man in the red decked out. Go watch that. So his rhetoric and Willis Simmons' rhetoric, from my standpoint, from what I've seen, has been vastly different. Now, again, I cover Jackson State. Football, basketball, both basketball teams, okay? And anything else of prominence, of importance to my people around here, okay? So I'm saying that to say I'm not up on all things rap. My real ones who are. If y'all know Willis Simmons was over there saying that he was gonna help crime in Tallahassee, and his mission was to make them guys come from Florida State and come to FAMU, and my mission is deeper than football, and my pledge. Like if he was making it like the civil rights movement, let us know. Let us know. Okay. But from what I've seen from watching Willis Simmons' introductory press conference, his final interview with HBCU Game Day, and covering Prime all this time, that shit is vastly different. And anybody who thinks otherwise is just on Prime's dick. And you need to jump off of it. Just like his ex did. Put it on something.
Happy birthday from First. Hey, she been waiting long time in the worst way. Hey. She just wanna throw her ass on her birthday. Hey. She been going so hard at the workplace. Hey. She just wanna throw her ass on her birthday. Hey. New dress, new heels, and a purse straight. Hey. She just wanna throw her ass on her birthday. Hey. Got them haters in here with a hurt face. Hey. She just wanna throw her ass on her birthday. Hey. If the birthday girl rolling with you, she better not pay for her own damn liquor. Hell and if she smoke weed, give her that gas. And give her plenty room, cause she finna throw ass. Don't throw 365 of pursuing her goals. And she had to deal with the hating assholes. She ain't worried about that right now, she lit. And don't interrupt her, let her talk her shit. Bitch, she been waiting a long time in the worst way. Hey. She just wanna throw her ass on her birthday. Hey.
That's just 1 minute. That's just a little reel I put together of my song on her birthday. That's from my favorite EP of mine so far, We Kings. That too is produced by the great one, Doja. Okay. And that's one of my favorite songs that I've ever made. It's just a fun song. A lot of my songs are very serious and shit like that, but I love to have fun as well, y'all. I'm not just always goddamn on some real shit. As y'all know, I do like to have fun, okay? And that's a fun ass record. So shout out to all the queens out there. I wrote that one for y'all. Again, go download that bitch, go stream that bitch. You feel me? But let's move on. We almost done tonight, y'all. We almost done tonight. Y'all see what the banner says, though. You see what the banner says. That's a quote from my baby girl, my daughter. She said, "You read one page, but you didn't read the book." Now, she said that while going off on fictional haters. I don't know. Y'all know all these goddamn Facebook groups and shit like that. Folks be having Facebook groups and folks be saying shit online and folks be saying shit in these group texts and stuff like that. And my daughter called herself like imitating like a woman who feeling some type of way and was going off. Okay. So she's very creative little girl. So she made up these fictitious folks that were coming at her and called herself reading their ass. He recorded herself doing it. I love my baby. That girl crazy. But this was some real ass shit that she said. She said, "You read one page, but you didn't read the book." That's what she said to her fictitious haters. That you think you motherfucking know me, but you don't know shit about me. And that's how I feel about all these bitches out here and all these fuck boys out here that got something to say about me. Now, I don't see it. Because motherfuckers don't do that to my goddamn face. I don't see it because I don't read no motherfucking comments. I only read the comments of the realest ones, the channel members. Shout out. So if you are showing me love and I don't read your comment, I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. You feel me? I do. That is one of the perks that I offer the realest ones. Okay. But I thank God for y'all. And so many of y'all do show love to my face. You feel me? And I love getting the pictures with y'all and everything like that. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm snubbing you or something. I apologize. Okay. But one of my youngins, that same youngin that come in early, he came to my house. Okay. And he said to me, "Coach, man, you see what them folks be saying about you in them comments?" And I ain't like that. Because the way he said it to me made me feel like, come on, my youngin love me. My youngin love me. And the way he said it, like that bothered him what they saying about his OG, you feel me? So as part of the reason I wanted to do this live and address some of this shit. Because I know what motherfuckers be saying. It's kind of like 8 Mile. Eminem went ahead and goddamn said everything that the son bitch was going to say about him because he already know. You know what your critics going to say. I actually learned that skill in high school from my English teacher, Miss Cleta Ellington. Shout out to Mrs. Ellington, okay? When we would write our papers, she taught us to acknowledge the opposition, okay? There was a paragraph of the paper that she would say, in this paragraph, you need to acknowledge what the people who disagree with you might think, okay? So that trained me to always think about what does my opposer think, and then I try to undercut that shit, okay? So I already know what motherfucker be saying, whether I read the comments or not, okay? But like my baby said, you read one page, but you didn't read the book. But here's one thing about me cursing. I'm 39 years old, and folks got a problem with my grown ass coming on the shit that I own and cursing. So first of all, I talk like where I'm from. And I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm from Canton, Mississippi. And yes, it has a bad reputation, but some immaculate motherfuckers come from my hometown. There's a woman right now who's a candidate for sainthood in the Catholic Church. That's where I'm from, Sister Thea Bowman. You feel me? We got a recent NBA champion where I'm from. One of my youngins, Quindary Weatherspoon. Come on, man. We got civil rights icons from where I'm from. We got business leaders from where I'm from. You feel me? We got state senators and state reps and shit from where I'm from. Come on, man. I'm proud of where I'm from. But a lot of folks talk like this where I'm from. Like, this is my native language. I can speak King Charles's English perfectly, exquisitely. I can make sure that every noun and verb matches up splendidly if I so choose to. My lexicon is vast. I can do that. That's easy. But this is my shit. I'm at home when I'm right here. So I speak in my native tongue, hood English. You understand? And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I am a blend of hood and higher learning. I'm very proud of that. That has allowed me to reach people. That helped me in the classroom. In the classroom, I can get that nerd to pass the state test. I can get that dope boy to pass the state test. Yes, I can. I can get that athlete to pass the state test. I can get the boy that ain't never touched no ball, the girl that ain't never touched no ball, the girl that like don't like nothing but like love and hip hop. I can get her to pass the test because I can relate to all kind of people. I am the product that you get when you mix higher learning with hood shit. You get me, and I'm proud of that. But I bet you this, none of my motherfucking critics can match my intellect. And when I say my intellect, I'm not just talking about book sense. I'm talking about goddamn in terms of multiple intelligences. Okay? In terms of who I am as a scholar, an athlete, teacher, coach, all around entertainer. I just played some of my music for you. He's a rapper, host, interviewer, the reels and shorts that I make, the memes that I make. God damn it, I can make your ass laugh, cry. I can inspire you. I can, get you pissed off and shit when I put you on game. You name it. The emotional intelligence I have, the way you see me, if you see me out and how I handle my children and shit like that. How I protect my wife and children. That same motherfucker that you might see walk my little boy with autism to the bathroom, okay, and know how to handle that kid with care. That same motherfucker, if you see him in Walmart, got a pistol on him. That same motherfucker, if you try to do something to him at the gas station, will cock that strap on your motherfucking ass. I've had to do it. We went to Georgia. Motherfucker thought they were gonna rob me. Motherfucker saw that strap and thought otherwise. Same dude. So what we talking about, man? Had a motherfucker act like this is back before I created that perk for the realest ones. I remember a motherfucker tried to act like I'm not a good father because I cuss. Man, you lost your goddamn mind. You seen me and my children? You read one page, but you didn't read the book. Come on, man. What I do as a father, husband, son, mentor, friend. My youngins love me. My youngins in the group text right now talking about me. My youngin just sent me a picture of his little baby next to a book that I bought for her. And he said, just read this to her before she went to bed, coach. My other youngin say he live right now. My youngin say, send the link. He sent the link. Fuck we talking about, man? What up, dog? My colleagues love me, man. That's my dog right there. Doc Holiday, fuck we talking about, man? So if my kid love me, wife love me, mama love me, mentee love me, partner love me, colleague fuck with me. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you some bitches that criticize me because I cuss? Huh? You better go listen to Tupac at the Black Expo when Pac had to go off in that bitch. Cause them folk were trying to be on that up of this shit, and Pac was like, what the man, fuck all that. We out here dying. You out here got these motherfucking kids out here not being raised by nobody, and y'all up here worried about if I'm cussing. Our school's falling apart, and you worried about if I'm cussing? What the fuck we doing? We got little girls out here, I'm talking today now, getting snatched up. Yeah, that shit's still going on. That shit's still going on. They don't talk about it as much, but that shit's still going on. That sex trafficking where they snatching folks up and doing shit. And you worry about me cussing? What the fuck we talking about, man? You got your priorities fucked up. They gonna listen to Pac at the Black Expo. They gonna listen to Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton talk like me. And he was a revolutionary. Fuck we talking about? Too grown for this. Deion Sanders got some of these folk fools because he say bull junk. And I say bullshit. They think he a better person than me. Because he say darn and I say damn. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Man can't hold a candle to me in terms of my humanity. Despite him not saying bullshit. Stop it. But that's one of the things that the critics say. But they read one page. You didn't read the book. Another critique that I've had is that I'm a racist. My God. When my youngins see this, when my young boys see this, or some of my girls see this, go, y'all call Coke? He preach against racism. What? These are people who do not know my mission. These are people who read one page and didn't read the book. These are people who are slick racists themselves. Because for me, if I called out white supremacy, that doesn't mean I'm a black supremacist. That just simply means I don't think white people are supreme to me. I don't think that white people are superior to me. That does not make me a racist to say I am not inferior to any motherfucking body. Come on, man. Again, I bring up Chairman Fred Hampton. He once said, we don't hate white people, we hate the motherfucking oppressor. Now, if I'm wrong for hating somebody who oppresses me and others, then goddamn it, let me be wrong. I'll be wrong. I'll be wrong. I'll plead guilty to those charges then, goddamn. Let's see, a lot of folks don't know what racism is. Racism is the belief that one group is superior to another. I don't believe my group is superior to another group, man. I just did a segment about that last week. Talking about that. Just did a segment about that. In the sports realm. Remember people talking about the damn black-white bowl? Y'all remember that shit? People talking about the black versus the white bowl. Okay. And basically you had some black folks saying we superior in athletics, and then the white boys trying to come up with a team that can match up and shit. And I was like, hey, y'all, pump the brakes on this. Pump the brakes. This is a slippery slope. Because if we say we superior athletically, what the fuck we finna say then when these white folks say, look at us, we superior intellectually and academically, and look at all our test scores, and look at all the... No. I don't want anybody to buy into none of that bullshit. But these folks try to paint me as a racist for calling out racists. No. And I know they ain't trying to argue that I racially discriminate. I don't got no employees. All this shit, I'm the performer, I'm the producer, I'm the owner, I'm finna have to be the editor once I get off this shit. How can I discriminate against anybody? To discriminate, you must be in power over people to treat them worse than the other group that you don't like. I mean, or to treat them worse than the other group that you favor, I should say. First of all, I would not racially discriminate, but I'm not even in position to do that. So for somebody to call me a motherfucking racist, that shit just baseless. And the folks that have been calling me racist are Trump supporters. That shit didn't happen on Facebook, Instagram, all kind of Twitter, on here, for calling out white supremacy, for calling out racists. Look in the motherfucking mirror and check yourself. Check yourself. And lastly, and this is sad. This is sad. My youngin tells me, and I know this to be true, most of the damn hate that I get is because of one man. That's crazy. It's because of Deion Sanders. These motherfuckers want to label me a Deion Sanders hater. Because I tell the truth about Deion Sanders. You read one page, but you didn't read the book. See, if you read the book, you'll know Deion Sanders was once my favorite football player. I said that shit on here countless times. If you read the book, you know I appreciate Deion Sanders for coming to JSU. I was goddamn enthusiastic about it. I was elated. If you read the book, you would know initially I and my brothers, we knew, like most coaches at smaller schools who have success, they leave. That's the game. We know that. But then he started talking. As I talked about in my segment where I compared him and Willie Simmons, he started talking. Go watch that segment. I'm not going to reiterate that shit. Go watch that segment, okay? But through all of that, I'm still glad that he came to Jackson State University because it helped me add a piece to my puzzle that I should have been added. Again, I told y'all before, I've sat my ass down in Jackson State University for classes. I wouldn't have been able to be a certified teacher if it was not for Jackson State University. But instead of going around and paying all attention to my own fucking school, I stupidly was still stuck on one of the teams that I fucked with from my childhood, which is the North Carolina Tar Heels. And that was stupid. Now, my youngest will tell you, Cole Well been pro-black like a motherfucker. They're like, he got Malcolm X on the door when you walk in the classroom. They'll tell you that. But I was like that and still repping a school, wearing t-shirts for a school I ain't never been to. I'm talking, I ain't never been there to take a class. I ain't taking no online class at no North Carolina. I've never been to a game there. Here, I've never even been to the state of North Carolina. But because Michael Jordan went to North Carolina, and you know, shit from your childhood, you just grow up loving shit, I was still repping that. And that was stupid. But 2020, with the murder of George Floyd and everybody showing their hand and how they truly felt in that moment. They truly showed how they felt. People were showing with the whole Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter shit. Everybody was showing how they really felt. And North Carolina did as well. And I said, whoa, hold on, man, what the fuck? I only know y'all because of black boys playing for y'all team, man. And in 2020, y'all like this. In 2020, y'all finna treat, or I don't know if it happened in 2020 or 2021, where they treated Nicole Hannah-Jones as scholar like they did. So you pair that shit with Prime coming to Jackson State and the rhetoric that really started around that, it made me tap into my own damn school, which I should have been doing. So I'm glad he came. Even with all the lies, all the bullshit, I'm glad he came. Because it made me get myself right. But in terms of what I hate, this is what I hate. I hate the bullshit notion that I am inferior to anybody. I hate that shit. I hate the idea that I am a member of an inferior race. Yes, I hate that. I hate anyone who promotes that shit. Yes, I do. I hate anybody who gives comfort to those who promote that idea. Yes, I do. And I don't apologize for that shit either, hell. I don't apologize. So when motherfuckers up here saying that HBCUs are backwards. That shit plays into that goddamn notion. When they say that these motherfuckers got broken mentalities, lack forward thinking, all of that shit plays into racism, man. And I don't like it. You can say I hate it. So that's what I hate. And if you black, you should motherfucking hate that too. Fuck we talking about, man. And then, now I don't know what the fuck going on with YouTube. Okay. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But I guess last week, something went on and the filter didn't filter out everything that it should have filtered out. You know what I'm talking about? So one of these fuckboys comments got through and said, accuse me of being the reason or part of the reason why the Celebration Bowl attendance was down. What the fuck I got to do with it? What the fuck I got to do with it? Maybe it's because Jackson State University wasn't there. Yeah, I know we trapped. Maybe that had something to do with it. But motherfucker would act like all I covered Deion Sanders. I can just show you the segments from last week. And you can go on and look on my motherfucking channel. Okay. We did the segment about FAMU, Willis Simmons, and the fake Deion Sanders effect. That shit did 3.1 thousand. Okay. I did a segment about Plies comments on FAMU. That shit did 1.6 thousand. I did a segment about Jackson State basketball. It did 732 so far based on what I'm looking at. I did a segment in which I read the South Carolina Secession Declaration and I read the Mississippi Secession Declaration, talking about the real reason why the Civil War started, why them motherfuckers really left the Union, slavery. That bitch ain't cracked 100 views. I did a segment about conservative blowhard Tucker Carlson and Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene lying about George Floyd. She got 118 views. Did a segment trying to warn my people to beware these Donald Trump supporters because they getting turned up. They getting turned up. They feel like these folks are harming their boy, they messing with that boy. And this January 6th, I'm recording it. We saw what happened last time. They felt like that. So I wanted to warn my people, hey, be vigilant, be cautious. 228 views. I shouted out this king, Nick Eden, who got like a dope ass shit on Twitter, man, where he every day he let you know what's going on in HBCU sports and shit like that, like on a calendar. You know what I'm saying? It's very creative, very funny. Shout out this king out. Show love. 131 views. That's just last week's episode. And that doesn't even count all the reels and the shorts and shit like that that I do that ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking Deion Sanders. But that's just from put it on some. So one damn segment involved Deion. All others didn't. But whoever made that motherfucking comment read one page, didn't read the book. But also, you see which one had the most views. So it seemed like that's what folk like that some bitch want to see. That's what he was commenting on. YouTube spies on y'all. Y'all should know this, the algorithm and shit like that. YouTube pays attention to what all y'all watch. And then they tell people like me. I know what channels y'all watch. All I gotta do is go to my analytics and go to audience and learn about my audience. I know y'all age range, gender, what country you're in, and all that shit. And the overwhelming majority of the shit that they tell me about my viewers is that they watch stuff about Deion Sanders. So really, as a businessman, I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up. Because despite me being interested in what goes on with Prime, it's interesting. I'm interested just like anybody else, like ESPN or FS1 is interested. But despite that, from a business standpoint, it would be more lucrative for me to just do my whole damn show about that motherfucker. But that if I was like the brother Neely did when he went on out there, just devote everything to that motherfucker. I'm not going to do that. Despite what the critics say. And like I said, and my real ones know this, and I thank God for all you real ones, 2023 was immaculate for us. It was. We had our greatest reach last year, to my organic reach, shit that I didn't have to spend marketing dollars on, okay? Our most viewed content ain't got shit to do with no motherfucking Deion Sanders, man. Number one, most viewed content, 5G Entertainment, is about streetlights in the black community. That shit got 6.7 million views on Instagram. Fuck we talking about. You read one page, but you didn't read the book. Number two, for me doing something funny about men before they hit it for the first time. 1.8 million views on Facebook. Fuck you talking about. You read one page, but you didn't read the book. Number three is about my beloved son copying me. Last time I checked, it had over 1.2 million views on Instagram, excuse me. You read one page, but you didn't read the book. Number four was me talking about how we used to get our ass whooped back in the day. I did that during Black History Month, okay? Over 885,000 views and counting on Instagram. Fuck you talking about? You read one page, but you didn't read the book. I can go on and on and on and on. This shit ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn Deion Sanders. Fuck you talking about, man? Get the fuck out of my shit and go over there and suck on them. Go on over there and do it. You motherfuckers want to be Tracy Edmonds. You want to know how Tracy felt. Go on over there and see how Tracy felt. That's what you want. But leave me and the real ones alone. Because we got business to take care of. We got real business. All that shit he was talking, I'm really about that shit. You understand? So that's all I'm going to say on that. That's all I'm going to say on that. Come one of my OGs. I'm going to shout him out again now. I just met this brother, but I feel like he's going to be a good OG for me. Mr. Kevin Wilbert. That king told me, remember, it's not who's right, it's what's right. And the truth will cut like a knife. And I am dedicated to delivering not just my truth, I'm dedicated to delivering the truth. Because this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. All right, y'all, I'm going to end this episode like I always do. Showing love and shouting out. And today, I want to shout out an absolute real one. Okay? You've seen him. You've seen him. He one of them 1,400 boys. One of them kings that down with Ken Clark and them. Okay? To my Zoe Phillips. Man, Zoe, his home burned down. From what I understand, he lost everything. Life is crazy, y'all. It just doesn't make sense. Life does not make sense. That's why I say I don't know a lot. I know what I know, but what I don't know, I am willing to admit. Stuff like this, I don't know. I've never met Zoe, but in watching Zoe, and seeing his love for his institution, seeing his love for Jackson. I've only seen positive vibes from the brother. You feel me? Like when you watch their show, you just see brothers and sisters on there committed to their institution. And not just talking about it, but being about it. That's what you see. That's what you get from this brother. So for this man home to burn down, it does not make sense. But a lot of shit in our lives do not make sense. But it was heartwarming to see the outpouring for this brother. It really was. It was. My timeline full of folks retweeting or sharing, doing stuff, coming up with their own stuff, talking about, hey, donate to Zoe, donate to Zoe, donate to Zoe, praying for Zoe, praying for Zoe, praying for Zoe. That shit was uplifting, and I hope that it has uplifted Zoe, because I know this feeling. Because my grandmama's house burned down. I don't remember the year, but I just know Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were finna play in the damn playoffs, and I had been waiting on that shit, and I was finna sit there and watch it. And I get a call that my grandmama's house was on fire, and I drive over there and I watch my grandmama's house. My grandma was passed away already, but it's still, this house has so much meaning to my family. You feel me? So, that was a tough day, tough time. Through my mama's strength, it was rebuilt, because it was not completely burned to the ground, but it was damaged considerably. We lost some things, our family heirlooms, and things we can never get back. But no one lost their life. And from my understanding, no life was lost in this situation. From my understanding, please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen that. So some material things can't be replaced. Some are very sentimental. And I get that. From going through this, I think my grandmama's Bible was burnt up. We can go get another Bible. We can't get that Bible. So this is tough. But I'm glad that we're showing that as a community we're tougher. I'm glad. And I hope that this king feels us. I hope that, man, and that he keeps his head up and he does not lose hope, that he keeps his spirits high, okay? I hope that Jackson State's basketball team, smacking Alcorn, was able to give him a little smile on his face. I know that don't mean shit compared to what just happened to him, you know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker loves some Jackson State. Like, when I was coming up, the person I said loved Jackson State the most was my brother PT, Pretty Thaddeus, okay? Thaddeus Reed. These kings right here, like Zoe and Ken and them, they be giving PT a run for his money. You feel me? So I hope that did give him some kind of escape today if he was able to watch the game, man. You know. And I think when I donated, the goal had already been exceeded. I think it was like 20,000. I think when I donated, it was over 23,000. But please, still, if you have not donated, still do. Still do, okay? I'm sure Zoe and his people were being modest when they put the $20,000 goal. Again, as somebody who done been through this shit, it took a lot of money to rebuild my grandmama's house and try to, get things back in order, because you're not only rebuilding, you got wiring, you got all kind of shit going on. I don't know if they're going to be rebuilding. I'm just saying it costs a lot of money, y'all. It does. And these folks out here, man, don't be getting that. Folks in the government don't be getting that. Folks Some folks on your job don't be getting it. The life is real out here and folks going through real shit. You feel me? But in those times, let this moment show us that when one of us goes through some real shit, and goddamn it, we can band together and help that other person. You feel me? So shout out to Zoe Phillips. Shout out to all the real ones, not only from Jack Stakes. I did see other HBCU fan bases and shit within the family. God damn it, they was sharing it and doing shit. Man, shout out to everybody, man, for showing love to this king, dog. You know what I'm talking about? We lift you up, brother. We're praying for you. You feel me? Just said, God bless this king. You feel me? God bless your family and hold your motherfucking head, king. All right? Because we are with you through this tough time. You feel me? And shout out to all y'all real ones out there for holding it down with me. Okay? This has concluded a historic episode of Put It On Some. Okay? Our first live ever. I don't know when or if I'll be doing this again. Okay, again, it's something my wife and my daughter wanted me to do. It's something that I wanted to do after what my youngin said. And it's something I just wanted to show that I can do. God damn it, I'm a performer. I've rapped on stage in front of people. You feel me? I've goddamn. When I teach, that's a performance in front of people. Like I do lives all the time. But I just like to have more control over my product to make sure it is as professional as it can be at this stage of my company. Okay. But I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, for real, for real. I love all the real ones and God bless all the real ones. All right. As always, one.